Monitoring spirits. What is it? What are they? How do we stop them? How do they find us? Excuse me for starting late, y'all. Excuse me for starting late, having technical difficulties to try to get the actual presentation uploaded. We're about to get started. We're about to get started, everybody. If you're just not seeing this, forgive me. Well, if you're catching this on the replay, it really don't even matter. We back for occult Sunday services for the fellow cosmic peak pushers, standing on motherfucking principle. What's up with these monitoring spirits everybody been talking about? What's up with these monitoring spirits? Why y'all spirits been monitoring y'all? Why have spirits been monitoring y'all? Who is it? Why here? Are you the cause? Or you just the effect? Hold up. Hello? Hello?
Just wanted to say, yes, hello.
Yes, babe. You know I'm on live, right? I'm listening to you though.
Oh, I didn't.
Hello? There you go. I'm monitoring you right now. Curve came here to monitor right now. Curve, he's the OG monitoring spirit. The official monitoring spirit has showed up. That's him right there. Curve. Always standing on principle. Curve, what the hell is you putting into the chat, man? I don't know what you saying in the chat, bro. Rose of Flame, peace, always coming through, standing on cosmic principle. It's been a minute since we been here, and we back though, y'all. I got something real good for y'all tonight. Zero, peace, 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 peace. Got something real good for y'all tonight, man. Everybody been talking about monitoring spirits and what it's been doing to them, and everybody, what's up with that? What's up? Is y'all worried about that? We ain't worried over here. I know y'all not, because y'all standing on principle. Everybody's showing up over here standing on principle, man. So, oh, he told me I heard you say babe. It's because my babe called me on live stream. She forgot. She can't keep me forgetting like that though. It's all good, no matter what I pick up for mine. So yeah, y'all. So we finna really get into it. Let us see everybody hopping in the chat, showing some love. I know some people gonna come through later, but as always, stand on principle. As always, no obstacles will apprehend you. Prosperity over pain. So tonight we here for this. After a long 4 weeks of not being on live stream, uploading no videos, been having some hella breakthroughs on a personal level and just on a as far as the spiritual journey goes, right? Been some amazing. So I got a lot of shows coming up. Sunshine, chick, peace. And I had some technical difficulties with getting this slide uploaded. It was working before, and now I can't. Now I gotta go through the whole sharing my screen shit, man. It's honestly a headache, but the show must continue. That's what we're talking about. No obstacles will apprehend you. Hey, Curve. All right, man. I ain't gonna wait. I ain't gonna make y'all wait no longer. So we were pretty much behind already. So hold up. So you got to see how I built the whole slides up and everything. But here you go. Let's get it going. Where's it at? Hold up, y'all. Boom. I had to use my Canva now. Let me know in the chat if y'all can see this. Hold up. Because I'm going to have to leave the whole live screen to be able to look at it. So if you're in the chat, let me know if y'all can see my screen. Is it coming through clear? Is it coming through chopped up? How we living? How we looking? Oh yeah, I ain't get to mention that background change yet. In due time. Okay. So Oh, okay, I can look at it on my phone. Can't see the camera in the chat from the screen, but I can look at it on my phone over here, y'all. So, monitoring spirits, man. So, initially, I started this trying to disprove, and you know what I'm saying, really just shit on the whole fact. Like, where's that everybody on social media talking about monitoring spirits? I really wanted to disprove it and make it WT, peace, peace, peace. I really just wanted to make it um, like, let me prove to you this shit ain't real. And or let me get into this and hopefully let's do some research because I had to go backwards and just do some research and see, okay, let's see if there's anything that actually shows up that says anything about monitoring spirits, right? Hold up. Is there anything that says anything about monitoring spirits? So I did my own research. I seen some videos on YouTube, watching people on YouTube. It was a lot of it was based off of like Christian the views of Christianity, right? Like a lot of it was based off of fear mongering, new age spirituality type shit. I'm like, okay, but ain't nobody bringing no hardcore evidence of what this is. Ain't nobody bringing no hardcore evidence of what this is other than just giving people something to be in fear of. You know me, I'm not with all that fear shit. You know me, y'all been here with me. We not with all that fearful ass shit. We understand who and what the fuck we are. So we adapt to our environment. So nonetheless, I did my research and I think y'all enjoy this. Let's go and get to the next slide. What are these monitoring spirits? So what have I been seeing online with these monitoring spirits? Is this showing up? There we go. This is where I've been hanging out at for a little minute. Threads, Instagram version of Twitter. Let's see what everybody else been saying over here. I want y'all. Hopefully y'all can see this clearly. We'll start over here from the top. It says monitoring spirit threads, right? Monitoring spirits have aliases such as familiar spirits. So they're bringing up familiars. If you're an occultist, you fuck around with, you know what the familiar spirits are. Ancestral spirits. So now you got your ancestors. Then you got masquerading spirits or watchers. A monitoring spirit is a spirit that monitors. What do they monitor? Let's see what they say monitoring spirits are actually monitoring. Your daily routine and schedule. Okay. Source of income and success, how you accomplish tasks, details concerning your past, your present, relationships and friendships, your dreams, your visions. And that is a condensed list from what she say. Now, we see we got familiar spirits, ancestral spirits, masquerading spirits, or watchers. Your income, your daily routine, your schedule, your past and present relationships. I ain't gonna lie, that right there, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that right there, that shit sounds like my cell phone. That shit sounds like my fucking cell phone. My cell phone knows about all of this, my daily routine, my schedule, my source of income, my bank account balance, what I'm, you know what I'm saying, my past relationships, Facebook sound. This sound like Facebook as well, don't it to me? Where everybody talking about monitoring spirits and they demons and they doing this and that. That I don't know. We'll keep continuing though. So, and I'm doing this to give you an overview. If you haven't seen it, maybe this is something new to you, or maybe you've seen this type of talk on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Twitter. So let's continue. And actually, there's a lot of this in here that actually holds true, but I get to that point later. Let's talk about some serious. Have you ever had monitoring spirits? Have you ever felt like someone is watching you? Somebody's watching you, or you like, or like your every move is being tracked. Let's get into it. This is spiritual warfare. So you got people talking about your move being tracked. Obviously, that's what monitoring does, right? Everybody wants to watch you. Everybody's tracking you as far as monitoring spirits go. Spiritual forces that observe and track our lives, often with the goal of manipulating and controlling us. They don't just watch, they report back to the enemy. So Key right there. Remember that because we're gonna get into this. They watch, take her down, they take down information and report back to whoever your enemy is. All right. You gotta be a great motherfucker to have somebody watching you out there and reporting back to the enemy. And everybody gotta be the greatest motherfucker ever. Yeah, motherfuckers reporting back to the enemy. They setting a whole co-op up about you. You see what I'm saying? Let's go. What's their mission? To gather information. Hold up. It's fucking up. To gather information and sabotage your progress. Monitoring, listen, here we go with somebody up here. Monitoring spirits are not in the Bible. You're just paranoid. That sounds like what Rose of Flame just said. And that's still, and that's even coming from a Christian perspective, obviously, right? Because our first source of reference was the Bible. And I from what I looked up from even a Christian standpoint of view, nobody could put up a Bible verse that says spirits are monitoring you. So that's if you're coming from a Christian perspective, even then. And here we go. You're just paranoid. What's the problem? Did a spell to banish monitoring spirits and lost my best dude. Damn. People will watch your every post, every story, but still not like shit. Monitoring spirits. You will see that common theme. Like I'm trying to find some meat in this shit. You will see the common theme. If y'all haven't yet, hit that like button. You will see the common theme of somebody talking about people watching their story in social media and not engaging with them. Like that seems to be what this shit is really about. People watching you and not engaging with you. Like I didn't. Only reason I didn't post that up here a lot of times because I wanted to get different viewpoints. But like that's majority of the shit that you'll see. People watch your every post in store, but not like your shit. They call them monitoring spirits. How monitoring spirits? Yeah, okay. Normalize hiding certain people from your Instagram stores when they become monitoring spirits. People obsessed with the fact that people are watching and not engaging. That's the problem. What the fuck is the big deal about somebody keep like I'm laughing because this is the thing, bro, that's going on with our society, bro. Everybody wants to be this big deal to where everybody watches them and everybody engage with them. And if you're not engaging with them, you're not a hater no more. You're a monitoring spirit. So now motherfuckers getting rituals done to block these monitoring spirits. We not with this shit. I know y'all ain't. But it may be some that's here watching, that's coming in and seeing this type of shit being spoken about. Like that's it, Curve. They not getting validated. Ain't nobody validating these people, or so they feel. I've even seen shit like where people go out and say they going out that they go outside and people staring at them like, bro, like people staring at people like, what if you look good? What if you got shit on the bottom of your pants? What if you got shit on your leg? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? So now people can't look at you. So now if people even looking at you, it's a monitoring spirit. Spirits are monitoring you. Hey, guess what? I'm not going. I don't want to shit on you. I'm just saying like it don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? It is becoming a level of paranoia. Let's run through these real quick so we can get to the real meat and bones of this. I just want y'all to see because a lot of these things are going to be key words that I found that people are actually bringing up that actually gives it some validity. They can manifest in different ways. It could be a person who seems to know way too much about you, or it could feel like things are always being taken from you when you're about to level up. Remember that. Tragic shit going on when you're about to level up. I bet everybody in this chat who's been on a spiritual journey has had this shit happen to them. Every time you new level, new devil, even though, lack of better words, new level, new devil, every time you hit a new blockage that you got to overcome, or you hit a new obstacle. Remember, no obstacles will apprehend you. That's what we standing on business today. What you say? Hold up. Yet the ones complaining don't engage in everything they consume. See what I'm saying? They don't even engage in everything. So look, it's gonna say it on here. Somebody said, imagine being on social media complaining about monitoring spirits, but you have a cat. Never mind. Oh, here you go. People people talk about watching out for monitoring spirits and don't realize they're a monitoring spirit they said. You see what I'm saying? So it becomes like this tricky thing. So yeah, they got main character syndrome. That's what we're talking about. And I'm not trying to make them, because like here's the thing though, right? Everybody around them is talking about this shit. Damn, I gotta read the comments from my phone. I wonder how this compares to being obsessed with gang stalking. Gang stalking. I forgot about that. Damn. The whole gang stalking phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, boom, 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 boom. All right, let's go on. I want to get up off of this, y'all. But somebody says, but here, good news. We don't have to fear them. The Bible says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's it. It's not a weapon formed against you that shall prosper. Whether you Christian or not, you need to be standing with that principle. That need to be a cosmic principle that you standing on. That's what you need to be standing on. And that's the same as no obstacles will apprehend you. That's the same as no enemies. It's the same thing. God has given us the authority to rebuke them in the name of Jesus. Hey, I even seen somebody bring up that one of the videos, one of the guys even brought up the video of, see, like I like the people that give it and then give you like the reinsurance that, like, I don't give a fuck what religion they is, but they giving it to you and letting you know, like, hey, don't worry about it because of XYZ. One of the dudes brought up, I forgot, was it Acts 10:10 or something like that? Well, Jesus gives you authority over the serpents and the scorpions and all that type shit. You got to move with authority, spiritual authority. Travis Mages, elemental course. You need to be moving with spiritual authority, and we're going to get into that. Oh, we definitely going to get into that. So these are just some of the common examples. I was going to read all through it, but I don't want to hold up too long on this shit. So we're gonna move on for this. I just want y'all to see the common thought forms about monitoring spirits. What are they? So people are getting watched. Okay, cool. People are watching people's social media and not engaging. Okay, I get that shit all the fucking time. It's people right now just watch. They will watch every goddamn story and don't do shit. I admit it's kind of weird, but like, so the fuck what? You think I'm thinking about, man, these monitoring spirits on me, bro? I don't know what to do. These monitoring spirits, they trying to block me, and maybe the monitoring spirits is what fucked up my slideshow today. Maybe the monitoring spirits is what blocked my slideshow today. They didn't want me to show this shit. But they outcasted. Now I'm gonna put their ass in the light. Let's go, man. If you're here, hit that like button. I got something special for y'all at the end, right? Something free at the end. Let's look into this. First of all, this is what you got to do. Let's go back and look at the etymology of monitor, right? Let's look at the etymology of monitor, because we're talking monitoring spirits, right? Let's look at the etymology of this. Senior pupil at the school charged with keeping order. From Latin monitor, one who reminds, one who reminds, admonishes, or checks. Key words here. One who reminds, admonishes, or checks. Remember that. Also, an overseer, an instructor, a guide, and a teacher. Now, agent now from Manir, to remind. Here we go. To remind, to bring one's recollection, tell of, admonishment, admonish, advise, warn, instruct, and teach. You got a lot of shit that sounds like it's working in the favor of the person that's supposed to be getting monitored. Do y'all hear that? Guide, teacher, admonishes, one who reminds, one who brings to one's recollection, one who advises, warns, and instructs and teaches. Keep these words. And it comes from the root word meaning, listen, check this out. Damn, where it go? Root word meaning the mean when it get look cause form of root mean to think. We talking about to think. Listen, to think. So we got something that's overseeing, instructing, guiding, checking on, reminding, bringing to recollection for something to think. Remember that. That's monitor. You already know what the next one's going to be. It's spirit. So what do we understand about spirit? So from a certain standpoint, we can get into spirit and soul and all that type of shit, but that's something totally different. We need got to go there today. So, but we're going to play around with it a little bit. The life, the animating vital principle in a man and animals. From Anglo-French spirit, Old French is spirit, soul. Indirectly from Latin spiritus, a breathing respiration of the wind, right? A breath of God. That sounds like Brahma, right? The breath of Brahma. Hence, in inspiration, breath of life. Hence, life itself. The Latin word also could mean disposition, character, high spirit, or vigor, or courage, or pride. So, like, hey, man, have some team spirit. Have some. I just see your comment, Trav. Imagine having a spiritual helper, but you turn paranoid. Motherfucker, the monitoring the spirit is there to help you, and you fuck around in fear of it. Ain't that some scary shit? Ain't that some scary shit? Observing that person being scared, trying to advance spiritually, and the thing that's sent there to help their ass, they scared of it. So let's see. To breathe, the formula was said perhaps a pious to blow. But Devon said that Latin term is probably an onomatopoeic formation imitating the sound of breathing. There's no direct cognate. Let's see right here. There's something in here I want to get into. So in English, it is attested in the late 14th century as a divine substance, divine mind, God, also Christ, or his divine nature, the Holy Ghost divine power. So you have something that's monitoring that has divine power, something holy that's monitoring you and guiding you and pushing you in a direction of recollection to to think, right? The meaning, listen, then we get down here to this down here. This is where we're gonna end the definitions. The meaning, supernatural, immaterial creature, an angel or a demon, an appropriation, invisible, corporeal being of an airy nature. We're going to get into elementals. I don't have to get into it heavy because Trav has done excellent work on it. We just going to tap into it a little bit today. Of an airy nature, an immaterial creature, angel, demon. An angel or a demon can be an elemental, huh? Appropriation, damn, apparition, invisible corporal being of an airy nature is attested from the mid 14th century. So we got what we're looking for when we talking about monitoring spirits, something that's assisting, something that's helping, something that's helping you to think, to come into recollection of something, maybe your whole journey, maybe your whole life there to warn you. But you can't communicate with it because you're in fear. That's the key thing that's going on here. You can't communicate it with because you're in fear. You're taking life from a standpoint of things are out to get me. You haven't zoomed the fuck back out on life. This is why we talk about no way, no obstacles will apprehend you. This is a mindset. I haven't always been like this though. The type of life I live, I ain't always been like this. I ain't always been able to tap into this level of understanding my life from this point of view. And that's what we're going to get into next. Because after we got all that, we're going to understand what's the problem. What you've been hearing about monitoring spirits. You heard a lot about monitoring spirits. You're not now you're not progressing because they watching and they blocking. Everyone is saying the same thing all over social media. So now, what does that mean? You getting people to keep on confirming the shit that you keep talk the shit that you keep talking. They trying to stop you from being great, stop you from leveling up, watching everything you do, drastic, unexplained negative changes in your life. So now we got monitoring spirits being the cause of drastic things happening in our life. So maybe what people are saying is before they even knew about monitoring spirits, the drastic things that happened in their life, it was it was because of monitoring spirits. For one, if drastic things happen in your life and shit are being deterred and broken down because of these monitoring spirits, that means everybody got a monitoring spirit assigned to them because everybody got some type of shit that they going through. Everybody's been in these positions. So nobody's special in that sense. Nobody's special. Everybody got the same shit going on. But anyway, we're gonna get to it because I'm holding back a lot of shit. Monitoring spirits want you to live in fear, anxiety, self-doubt, and paranoia. And you get your ass on social media with that thought, and every social media, YouTube or TikTok will confirm those exact suspicions. So you're getting confirmation. But why are we getting this confirmation? Does that make this the ultimate truth of this? Or is it just a fact for the current state of mind that we in? Right. An echo chamber. Let's understand this. Your suspicions are getting confirmed when you keep thinking of this. I'm trying not to hop ahead of myself. I keep catching myself. When you thinking of this, anybody out there feel? Let me check the chat. Okay. Like, okay, WVT says like trying to sneak and watch porn, but people in the house start walking around when the house was dead. Been there before. I understand that. My y'all mystic. Peace, peace, peace. Uh let's go, Gnosis. No fear this year. We breaking chains. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm happy to bring it to y'all, because y'all understand that. My people over here, everybody over here gets it. Like we not walking with that fearful ass mindset through this new year. Hey, Dub, funny as hell, ain't he, Curve? My y'all missed it. Did I already say peace? I'm sorry. Peace, 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 peace. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you always showing up, standing on P. Don't definitely have to get my y'all missed on here. She got a lot going on, especially like I think in the future or in the present time, as far as being self-sustainable, being able to grow your own food and healthy things like that. She got it going on. She got it going on. We might have to bring her on here to bring some helpful and useful and appropriate information over here to the cosmic P pushers. Let's see. I feel like therapy should be easily acceptable. Hey, I'm with you, Rose. Rose of Flame. I'm with you. Because you need something to get out your own way. You need something to get out your own way. Let's see what we got going on over here, y'all. Okay, this is the end of it. Today is your last day. If you've been having monitoring spirits monitoring you, whatever you feel, today is your last motherfucking day to be worrying about monitoring spirits. After you leave this presentation, monitoring spirits should no longer be a thing that you have to worry about. It's your last day living in fear. It's your last day living in anxiety. It's your last day living in worry. This is the day you put an end to all the effects of the motherfucking monitoring spirits. Knuckle. Or wiggles. Or mi amigos. Or amigas. Today, you start to live in your purpose and stand on purpose and stand on principle. That's our standard operating procedure around this motherfucker. Now, for the goal, here's my goal. Y'all can judge me off this goal. If you're a beginner, because I know some people coming in that's beginners, and I know some people that's advanced. Hey, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Whichever level you at, I got something for you. For beginners, I'm going to give you clarity on what a monitoring spirit is. I haven't seen anybody bring this information on monitoring spirits. I done watched all the shit that I can find. I ain't seen nobody get down to this point that I'm going to bring to you lovely people. How monitoring spirits attach themselves to you. You're going to figure out how they find your ass and attach to your ass. Jesus! Give you tactics to use today. You're going to have tactics to use today. I have, matter of fact, I have something for y'all to download right now. Let me go on and drop that in the chat. Because I have something. Hold up, can y'all see my screen? Y'all can't see this, okay? All right, y'all can't see. All right, cool. Um, so I got something for y'all. Man, hold up. Got something for y'all to drop in this chat right here. Hopefully y'all can click on that. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. That's a check that out once we done with it, y'all. That's a PDF, a 6-step guide to how to get rid of monitoring spirits. Just in case this ain't enough for you. Just in case the monitoring spirit just got this heavy hold on that ass. Click that link and download that and get to work. Get active, homie. Get active, homie. Completely remove or halt monitoring spirits from your reality. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. And shit, this can work for beginners or advanced students of the esoteric occult information. Don't matter. If you're here, hit that like button. In advance, for my advanced spiritual folks, it don't matter. We're gonna give you reminders. I'm here to just serve as a reminder. Sometimes we need reminders. Sometimes the guru may need to be reminded. Sometimes the student needs to be reminded. Sometimes the child needs to be reminded. And I'm serious. Sometimes we need reminders. I'm here. I'm here to give you reminders. Give you your what the fuck? I don't think I meant to put that, but it's okay. To help reassure you of your power. That's what this reminder is. Help you reassure you of power. How to block from the higher planes. Block from the higher planes. We going into the higher planes with this. Huh? We ain't staying down on earth. He said you better than me, my ass would put step one, stop being sensitive. No one gotta validate you. No, I gotta be because you never know, bro. Yeah, no. We ain't trying to get to the point where I've been running off the first one. I mean, you talking about my feelings, my being sensitive. No, it's okay. Be sensitive. Whatever. We ain't gonna push on you like that. So this is my goal right here. Give you some clarity on what monitoring spirits is, how they attach to you, tactics you can use today. I already gave you the tactics that you can use today. If you just left this video right here, right now, I appreciate you just for showing up. I ain't been here in 4 weeks. You're showing up. That's all I ask. You're showing up. So right there, you got a free Google slide. Take that right now. If you you got a real bad case of monitoring spirits. You got a real bad case of people peeping in your window. I advise you take that goddamn slide right there that I just dropped in the Google Drive. Download that. Get busy. Because if it's that serious, this right here ain't number entertainment to you. And I don't want to be entertaining you unless you want to be entertained. I can't help it. Once you put me over, completely remove and halt these motherfuckers from your reality. Give you your reminder of the power that you have, the authority that you have, right? Ain't that right? How to block from the higher planes. That's what we doing today. That's what we tapping in today. Now, here's the funny shit and the real life shit. Let me give you my background, where I come from. Is it even loading? I'm looking at my phone, then looking at my screen. It ain't switched up. There we go. So here's my background. Why the fuck would you listen to a nigga like me? Why the fuck would you listen to somebody like me? What makes me special? I'm just this. I'm just a regular motherfucker who shit, piss, eat, sleep, and occasionally get on Pornhub just like you on the surface. But on the inner, the shit that I've been through, the shit that's brought me to this point to where I'm able to have all this love in this chat with every last one. I talk to y'all all the fucking time. The ones that's gonna catch this on a replay that's standing on principle, the ones that couldn't be here, running to great motherfuckers like Trav, learning all this shit that I've gotten and speaking to all the people that I speak to. Shout out to my boy Zero. Shout out to my boy Curve. Major breakthroughs. Major breakthroughs. Shout out to Jay Bothell. Major breakthroughs. Shout out to Hasaja. Major breakthroughs. I'm evolving and everybody around me evolving. And as they evolve, they helping me evolve. But this would not happen. This would not happen if I had not been through these stages here. I want to give you where I come from, right? So obviously, as you can tell, I've told you many times, but a nigga come from low income public housing, right? And here's the thing, you got to think about this. Once you come from impoverished type of background, it's very easy. I just thought about this. It's real easy to become susceptible to the mindset of being monitored. For those who not black, I mean who not black. Maybe you understand, maybe you don't understand, maybe you sympathize with it, who knows. But growing up low income public housing, you hear about how the government is watching us and holding us down, brother. We can't come up because of the white man, brother. You hear that? And then you step outside, you start to notice the goddamn how the police standing over you, monitoring you. And I got stories. I'm just giving a brief overview. So it becomes very easy. And then, you're saying you go to church. And the devil seems to always be watching. Jesus on the main line and tell him what you want. They get Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want, because the devil is watching. So you got the devil, you got the white man, you got the government, you got the police. Then you growing up public housing, low income housing, where your neighbors watching you. Oh, don't forget, your black ass take your ass into a store. The people who own the store, they watching your ass. I don't get it. But now the people in the store just watching your ass. So see how easy it is to adapt the mindset of you being watched and people don't want and something does not want you to advance. It's very easy to adapt that. Neighborhood watch. Shit, you need to be a little Trayvon Martin just going down the street with some Arizona tea and a goddamn bag of Skittles. You're getting watched. It's very easy. So coming from that type of background, I can understand how easy it is to adapt to a thought, a mental mindset, a mental frame of being monitored. And something's always trying to stop your ass. So a little bit of me, I grew up obviously low income housing, right? Gang banging, drug selling, you know what I'm saying? Robbery, shootouts, trap life, all that. And I remember being young, right? Because we getting into it because remember they talk about how unexpected turns in life are because of monitoring spirits in your life, right? We got to remember that. That's one of the main things that people keep saying. Oh yeah, I forgot. When you're being black too, you hear about COINTELPRO and how the government created this whole thing to infiltrate Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad. Don't forget about that. It's very easy to be susceptible to the mindset of being watched. So let's take it back. I was young, right? take it back. I remember because I want to tell you what brought me to this path. People want to. If I'm like anybody else, I like to know a motherfucking story. Where you come from, what you been through. You just popped up speaking about spirituality. What you been through, nigga? 1998. I start off with 1998, right? This little big head ass baby right here. I grew up. Hold on. Grew up in a household, single parent household. Here's my granny right here, my mother's mother. That's my mother. That's the queen right there. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but 1998. This was the first time I had any recollection. See, I could talk about it now, because back then it was fucking terrifying. I wasn't able to tell people this until I had my spiritual awakening and started meeting people who went through so-called weird shit like me. So 1998, spent a lot of time here. This lower part right here. It's my grandfather's house. He's the reason I love music. For those who don't know, did do music. You know what I'm saying? He loved jazz. No, he loved blues. He had his name spelled into his speakers over there type shit. Granddad was a bad motherfucker when it came to that. And he had all these tables around the house, and he used to always have these ornaments, like these little statues. And now that I'm old, now you remember my name is No Obstacles Will Apprehend You, or the title that I use, or the mantra that I use, no obstacles, right? And as you can see who I got behind me, Lord Ganesh. This nigga used to have these little elephants all over his house, like these brass elements. This is one of his things right here. You probably can't see it. It's like this heavy brass golden pyramid that says we add value. Self actualization. See? I didn't even realize it says that self actualization, basically self realization. This comes from my grandfather's house. It's probably sitting on that goddamn table right there. This nigga used to have these little elephants hanging around the whole time. The whole time. And this whole time I done had this connection with Lord Ganesh. That's off track, but at the same time, it's not. 1998. I remember granddaddy. So, granddaddy used to drink. Granddaddy used to be a drunk. He used to drink them old, what's them motherfuckers called? The Monitars, the silver can. If you grew up down south, I don't know about north, east, or west, but down south, they would have these silver cans with this blue bull on it. This silver can with the blue bull on it. Granddaddy used to play his music. I used to be over there all the time. Like this right here, this probably on Easter or some shit, that big ass Steve Harvey suit my mama had me in. 1998, my granddaddy passed, right? Young. 7, 8 years old I was. Granddad, hold up, y'all. Hold up. I don't know if it can y'all see me? What the fuck? What the fuck? Am I coming through, y'all? Hold up. Everybody saying yeah, but okay. Okay. Everybody saying all good. I don't know what the fuck, how the fuck that ended up happening. Anyway, all right. So Life story, right? So grew up single parent household. My mother, you know what I'm saying, father wasn't in the household, you know. It wasn't that he wasn't in my life. Definitely just wasn't in the household. And my grandmother right here, right? Like, you gotta pay attention to the women in your life. I swear to God, they be the ones that be goddamn being the springboard for this journey for you. You know, thing was my granny was addicted to crack, right? Never made a difference to me at that age. You know what I'm saying? I was aware, but it never made a difference to me. The love that she gave me, the appreciation that she gave me, because you're growing up in a single parent household, your mother got to work. You see what I'm saying? And the thing about it, my mother had to always take care of her mother. She been on drugs. My granny had been on drugs my mother's whole life. My mother had a younger brother, so she had to be the parent of her mother, her father, her little brother, and then in 1991 she has me. So being that single parent, she had to do that and work multiple jobs. So she couldn't be there as much. Now, doesn't mean I'm telling like my mama just went in my life. That's a goddamn lie. But I'm saying as a kid, you don't see it from that perspective. All you want to see is your mama there. 24 motherfucking 7. Your mama and your dad are at 24 fucking 7. But I still got it from my granny. Here's the thing though. My granny would occasionally go missing from her drug addiction. You know, one day she's here, the next day she's gone. Maybe she's here for a couple of days and then she's gone again. That's one thing that got me. So that love, attention, and affection, it will come, but then it will go. It will come, then it will go. It will come and then it'll go. You probably know where I'm going with that, right? And my granny, when I was young, I used to get little money, probably get it from aunties and shit like that, or how the fuck I end up making some little money at that young age. Granny used to steal my money. She come find out I used to have this Ninja Turtle tape. Damn, which I forgot which Ninja Turtle movie it was. I forgot the name of it, but I remember like it was yesterday. Go Ninja, go Ninja. That was my favorite fucking Ninja Turtle movie, bro. And I started finding out my granny would steal my money. She'd come home for a couple days. She probably cook, you know what I'm saying? We watch a little TV. You know what I'm saying? Now she done cooking, she be gone. But she'd go in my room where my cassette tapes are. She'd take that money. She'd be gone. Can't find her. It got so bad. It got so bad to the point, like, because I had to hide it. You see what I'm saying? I had to hide that inside of my cassette tapes. Not cassette tape, VHS tapes. I had to hide that from my granny. My love didn't change for her. I just had to adapt to the environment that was going on around this motherfucker. It got to the point that this beautiful woman I used to get out of school and be like, Mama, we gotta go find Granny. We gotta go find Granny so she can come home and take a bath. Mama, we gotta go find her. We gotta go find Granny. Okay, we're going to find Mama. Because my mama calling her mama, right? We finna go find Mama. Pick me up out the school. We going from crack house to crack house to crack house to crack house, trying to find my Granny so she can come home. She can take her a bath. Fuck that, where my Granny is? She gotta come home and take a bath. She be gone, bro. We'll find her sometimes. Sometimes she'll run from us. I mean, literally, run from us. And it meant these heartaches, these heartbreaks, because we building up to something, right? You seeing these things happen in a person's life and a person being shaped by this reality. You don't know that yet. You so self-centered. I'm talking about right now, today, in the future, 2025. You so self-centered in what you want out of life. You're not seeing what's actually guiding, hint, hint, monitoring, guiding, pushing you to have some sense of a recollection, of some sort of a realization. You're not seeing it. This is fucking treachery. We riding around looking for my granny, bro. We finally get her one of these days. She come home. Granny made the hell out this goddamn fried chicken. She make this fried chicken, goddamn, and this honey with this fried chicken on it, just the right amount of honey. It ain't too sweet. But God, good God, God damn it, that woman can cook her ass off. It didn't matter. Even though she was a crack fiend, she was always a black queen to me. You see what I'm saying? These moments really fucking shaped me. The reason why, even though I was in the streets, I never sold crack. I could never do it. I never do it. Could never do it. I said a lot of shit, but I never sold crack. I ain't want shit to do with it. I wonder why. Because I seen what it done to a family. And everybody in my family sold crack. I mean, everybody. Probably except my mom. Every family member. Because that's our environment, right? It's the quickest way to make some money. Get your ass a lot of time, get your ass sent up out of here. But it is what it is. So we watching over time. Then we go back to my granddaddy, right? So here's the first experience that I had. Her father, this is her father's house, the one who I said my granddad, that was her father. So that make me him my great grandfather, right? Great granddaddy. Remember I told you he had the elephants all over his house and shit. Now he was a drunk. He drunk a lot. He drunk his head right there on that. I don't know what type of material that goddamn couch was. I don't know what material that hot ass couch was, you know. But come on, granddad house, you know what I'm saying? One day mama dropped me off. She probably go do her adult thing. Fucking it's the 90s. Drop me off over granddad house. I get over there, granddad playing his music, got his music jamming. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I probably had my action figures, my toys playing around. And I just hear some crying and banging on the door. Some banging on the door. Do. Daddy, daddy. It's my granny. She high than a motherfucker. Check this out. Granddaddy drunker than a motherfucker already. They fighting it. She opened up the door. Like, God damn it, girl, get the fuck away from here. Go. Let go. Leave. But daddy, I love you. Granny come in, eyes bloodshot red. Red as them damn shirts up there. Come out, bloodshot red. They fight. Going, like, not them really punching it, but she grabbing on him, trying to bring him in and embrace him. He pushing off. God damn it, woman, get the fuck around here. Leave. You high. But dad, I love you. I love you. And I'm running in the middle trying to stop it. Like, I'm trying to hug both of them. I don't give a fuck about nobody being drunk or how you a kid. You don't want no much love. Why everybody ain't showing love to each other around here? They arguing. This shit go on for hours. Granddaddy smoking them long ass goddamn Virginia Slim cigarettes. Not too long after that event, because that was it was actually heartbreaking. I'm crying, balled up in tears, like, because I'm noticing, I'm very aware at a young age, like, all she want is love. Shit, granddaddy kept telling her to leave, but never actually made her get out. He don't want to put his daughter out. He love his goddamn daughter as well. She's on drugs. He's drunk. And I just remember, I'll never forget that night. Because of us. Right after that, my granddaddy passed. Granddaddy never woke up out of sleep. 1998. And here's my first experience. This shit used to fucking, well, this shit terrified the fuck out of me. My first experience was after he passed. We're at the house. My granny there. She crying. She like, oh, I'll never have a daddy again. My daddy gone, Joe. But y'all don't know, my name is Joe. My daddy gone, Joe. I just don't. I never have a daddy again. Like it's just over with. Like, I can never have another man that love me like that. My daddy is gone. Like this is just, those moments that you have when you lose your fucking parent. I can only imagine. Haven't been there. But for some reason, I looked at my granny with like no tears in my eyes and just told him, like, that's not true, granny. Your daddy'll never leave you. Matter of fact, from now on, he will never leave you. Your daddy gonna always be with you, granny. Always. Like with so much conviction. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. She stopped and she looked at me like she seen a ghost. She was like, when I say her tears immediately dried up. I'm like fucking 87 saying shit like this. I don't know how the fuck I knew. It just came out. It just fucking came out. I'm like, what the fuck influenced that thought? And that now I'm saying this from this perspective in 2005. Obviously, I'm not thinking why did I say that in 1997, 98. I'm thinking about this now. Fuck. Because like it immediately took my granny from her emotional distraught stage when I said that shit. That night. This is my first time encountering something from a different plane speaking to me. Here it goes. You were chosen. You will not die like them. You won't live like them. And this ain't no like trying to boost up my motherfucking ego. This I'm a fucking kid, bro. I don't know what the fuck this means. Am I breaking up? I feel like I'm breaking up. You will not die like them. You won't live like them. And this ain't no like trying to boost up my motherfucking ego. This I'm a fucking kid. Am I breaking up, y'all? I don't know what the fuck this means. Am I breaking up? I sound like it. All right. So I hear this voice in my fucking head. You were chosen. That's why I got the chosen one tatted on my chest. If you ever seen the video, that's where this shit come from. I heard that shit in 1998 when Granddaddy died. You're chosen. You won't live like them. You won't die like them. Chosen, bro. I start banging my fucking head up against the goddamn wall. Like what the fuck? I'm tripping. Like and I couldn't tell my mama this shit. I couldn't tell my mama this shit. Okay, everybody say I'm good. I couldn't tell my mama this shit. That's fucking terrifying. Even at age 7, 8 years old, I knew not to tell nobody no shit like that. What the fuck is that? Like, why the fuck did I hear that shit? That shit fucking terrified me. I cried myself to sleep that night. Cried myself to sleep that night. Since a young age, bro, all a nigga cared about. See, but your environment take you out of that. And we going somewhere with this. Your environment takes you out of that. You end up adapting to your environment, bro. You end up adapting into the environment. As a child, all I wanted was love, some peace, and acceptance. And I wanted to bring that to everybody in my circle. I didn't care what mama did, my daddy did. I didn't care that my daddy didn't live in my immediate life like that. You see what I'm saying? I didn't care about my granny doing what she did. Like, let's go find my granny so she can come home and take a motherfucking bath. I didn't care about my granddad. You don't care about that shit when you were a kid. All you want is some love and affection. All you want is to bring love and affection to people. As a young age in 1998, all I wanted to bring was peace and understanding to my granny when she lost her father. This is a natural part of me. That's what I'm saying. When you look over your lifespan, see some shit that you've been doing as a kid. This shit that I'm doing right now, this is a story time, but like this shit that I do here, it's always been a part of me. I can't make this shit up. If I'm God, then I created my reality. I guess I can make it up, but I'm fucking around. I can't make this shit up though. It's been a part of me since then. Now, because of all of these things that started shaping my life, that started shaping my future, because I grew up as a single parent I said a single parent, grew up with a single parent, it started shaping my reality. Now I want you to remember. Well, I thought I just seen. How about? I thought I just seen the spirit. Remember the 1998 thing. Remember the same thing my granddad always having them elephants around. Golden elephants sitting on that goddamn table. Them voices in my head. Right? Let's fast forward. Let's go to 2001 when I lost this lady. Now, here's my second experience, 1980, 2001. Here's my second experience. My granny been gone. She been gone missing for days. She been doing it. I told y'all. She go missing for days. She come back home and pop back up at the crib. Now, my mother and my auntie outside, probably doing what grown folks do, smoking a blunt, elementals, earth elemental. And remember my granny coming home, and I think I'm in there watching Arthur or some shit. I don't remember what the fuck I was doing. Probably watching Arthur or Arthur. Anybody remember Arthur? Drop something in the comment. So she comes home and I hear them outside. They talking and talking gets louder and louder. And I'm like, oh shit, that's my granny. Let me know if I'm breaking up, y'all. I want to make sure I ain't breaking up because I see my screen starting to do some weird shit. I'm good. I know it show up on the screen pretty late. Ah, yeah, you good. So yeah, so I hear them arguing. My granny, my mama, and my auntie and a what's the name arguing. Mama, you need to stop this shit. They arguing with her because the whole point of my mother's life, my mama whole life, bro. She been taking care of people. She had to be a mother to her mother, trying to mother her mother to leave the drugs alone. Her father was on drugs too. My family's from Chicago. So they going back and forth from Chicago on drugs and whatnot. Sometimes you be missing, they fuck around and find out they in Chicago high as hell somewhere. See what I'm saying? So granny get the argument, they going back and forth, woo, 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 woo. And I go outside and see my granny, I run up to her and I hug her. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm finna hug my granny. So I hug her. She was like, Joe, go in there and give me some garbage bags. Cause they didn't argue and ripped up the bags. And my granny clothes, I guess my granny brings some clothes home to take some more clothes out and leave. My mama's sick of this shit. Like, mama, you gotta stop this. I'm trying to tell you we can get you help, this and this and that. And she just going out. Granny was a soldier. I ain't even tell y'all the whole story. Like, Granny really was a soldier. That's how I knew to never be in fear of nothing. She instilled that shit into a nigga coming up from her background that she came from. Actually, Grant, if you know anything about Chicago old street organizations, the Black P Stone, Granny was a Black P Stone. You know, if you know anything, they revolutionary when they started off before they came into this gang shit. But that's a whole nother story. Black P Stone, look into that. But she had that lifestyle. She had that mentality. Still, Granny was a real deal fighter. But you know, them revolutionaries all ended up keeping on drugs. That's what flooded the streets. Remember, everybody know that whole conspiracy theory that's not so conspiratorial no more. So my granny bags of clothes just boom, boom. Yeah, 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 yeah. Az, yeah. So whole bag of clothes ripped up, thrown all over the parking lot, and now it kind of gets into a fist fight. You know what I'm saying? My mom like, take your ass back in the house. My granny said, go get me, um, go get me a garbage bag so I can fill up these clothes. Mama saying, take my ass in the house and don't come back outside. And my granny telling me, go in the house and bring, you know what I'm saying, bring her garbage bag back out. So one telling me to stay in, one telling me to come back out. I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Who I listen to? My mama, my granny. Both of them got equal authority in my life. Probably my granny probably even got more. So I don't know what the fuck to do. So I go in the house and get the garbage bags. And then I stop. I got one garbage bag in my hand, the box in the other. I'm like, damn, I don't want to get chewed out. So I open up the door and I hear my mom say, get back in the house. Boom, shut the door. Fuck it, okay. You know what I'm gonna do. But I see them arguing and fighting, and some just tell me go to the window. So I just open up the blinds in the window. And at this very moment, I'm staring at the window and tears rolling down my eyes, bro. Because I'm watching them fight, watching my granny and my mama fight, bro. Like, what the fuck? Tears balling down my eyes, little crybaby ass. Voice comes in my head. Same voice from 1998. This will be your last time seeing her. You won't see your granny again. These are exact words. I don't be forgetting this shit. The way that they said it, the way these voices said it, the way that my higher self maybe spoke to me. This will be the last time seeing your granny. You won't see her again. Immediately, tears stopped coming down my eyes, and then almost turned. You know how dogs just be like, just turn their head sideways, like huh? That immediately happened to me. His tears stopped coming down my eyes, and it was like an instant. If you ever had like a breakthrough, spiritual breakthroughs, we just be like, God damn, like that's it. It was just an instant moment, and I just stopped crying. My granny looked upstairs, looked at me in the window, but she looked at me with these eyes, bro. Like the same eyes she gave me in 1998 when I told her, you haven't lost your daddy. Your daddy always with you. She looked at me with them same eyes like she's seeing a fucking ghost. I'm like, what the fuck? And whoever the friend was who she used to smoke with, this nigga pulled back up in his car. My granny hopped in the car and she left. That's my last time seeing my granny, bro. And a couple days later, go to school. A couple days later, go to school. This the month before 9/11. This is August of 2001. Before 9/11, September 9/11. In my classroom, being bad as hell. But you know them kids when see, cause it come back. Why do you kids want to be like? I remember like Trav was talking about last night. You know what I'm saying? Class clowning and this and that because like I figured out like a nigga always wanted to bring some type of joy to other people, being silly, being funny, having fun, and all that type shit. Cause I had friends like now I'm kind of getting off top, but I'm not. Cause I had friends that I grew up with, right? And they used to come to class. What the fuck? But there you go. They used to come to class. You know what I'm saying? Some folks smell like piss, mothball. Like I used to make jokes, but I never made jokes directly. You know what I'm saying? On the ones that people would make jokes on. I wasn't never them type of niggas. You see what I'm saying? Because I always wanted everybody to feel loved and accepted. Because why? That's what I wanted. I wanted to feel loved and accepted. I always wanted people to feel loved, accepted, and heard and understood. Let's have a good time. Even if we on some real shit, let's have a good time. Even if we in school, let's have a good time. You know, ultimately that gets you in trouble in school because your ass a talker. You don't pay attention. You playing all the goddamn time. Boy. So they come in the classroom, tell me my parents here to pick me up. Rainwater, peace, rainwater, peace. Tell me my dad here to pick me up. My parents here to pick me up. I had a hunch. I didn't know at this moment. I had a hunch. I'm like, granny. First thing I thought was granny. I'm like, okay, no, never mind. Get outside. My daddy got this look on his face. He ain't said shit. Pick me up. Think my little sister get picked up from like daycare or some shit. Pick me up. Pick us up and we go back to my father's mother house. And my mama just there like hysterical, like shaking, and I already knew what it was once I seen my mama's face. Like, bro, I'm talking about like I know her heart palpitating, like she damn near about to shake her heart out. I got her brain, I got damn body type hard. You just lost your mother. You see what I'm saying? Daddy take me in the room and tell me, hey, just want to tell you, they found your granny dead today in the house. Bro, I couldn't drop a tear. The biggest thing in my mind was how the fuck did I know? This is the strongest influence in my life, the most dearly beloved person in my life. I could not drop a tear. I'm like, how the fuck did I know this? And I remember my dad looking at me like, what's wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just said, like, your granny passed away. I'm like, okay, daddy, okay. I'm startled. How the fuck did I know this shit, bro? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is at this point, 2001. I still remember 1998 and them voices being in my head. How the fuck do these voices talking to me? How the fuck do these voices know? You may think I'm off topic, but I'm not. Remember what we looked at when we looked up monitoring, assistant, there to teach, there to guide, there to inform, to bring to some form of self-recollection. It's been happening since 98 as far as I can remember. That's as far back I can remember. It's been happening since then. It's been there. It's been here. This for all my people who trying to figure out. You got to go back to your life, bro. Sus, homie, vato, brethren. You got to go back through your life. It's always been there. You've been ignoring it. It's been subtle shit. That wasn't so subtle that I gave. But those are just highlights that I chose to pick out to bring here. Now, we ain't even got to the spiritual awakening. As you can see, that's 2012. The year the Mayan calendar said the world was going to motherfucking end. Right? That's 2012. This is just the life that's leading up to it. This is the heartaches and heartbreaks and struggles that lead up to it. Suffering is necessary because, my nigga, you would never be on this YouTube channel. You would never be on the Travis Majors. You would never find the Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic. You would have never found it if life wouldn't bring you through so much suffering. That's why I keep telling you there's no obstacle that will apprehend you. The obstacle is only an opportunity for you to prosper over the pain. I just don't talk. Hold up, man. I just don't talk like this because it's cool to say some shit to motivate you. My life has been this. My life has been obstacles being removed and obstacles being placed in front of me so I can come into a realization. I'm not just some cool guy on YouTube. My life has been it. I went through everything over these months, and it's a lot that I'm not going to give here still. I'm going to give you some real deep background, but not everything. More videos will come and I give more background. But I've seen how life has worked for me, bro. That's why this shit don't get to me as much as it can get to a lot of people. I've stepped back and became the observer of my life. Over 30-some years, 30-some odd years, came back and become the observer. So I don't take it as personal. So I see that actual obstacle that I thought was going to break me actually gave me the opportunity to become this. Then something happened there. Then that obstacle became, you get where I'm going with this shit? This is my life of no obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. I'm not fake positive. I'm positive because I got a fucking blockchain data, a node worth of information that shows me everything works in my motherfucking favor. It always has. And it always will. That's what I'm here to show you. That's what I'm here to bring to realization for anybody that's watching this. Hold up. Let's get back into the slides. It's a little bit of my breakdown of my life story. Hold up, y'all. So we ain't gotta forget. Am I showing up on the screen? Okay. Yeah. It was written, right? AZW. It was written. So now we can fast forward. I ain't gonna give you too much of, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give you too much of it. Cause I fuck around and think I can write a book. But here it is. Okay, let's go to 2020. Like, look at me, top left corner. I was a dumb nigga. Look at that. You didn't want to have no beef with this nigga because he was stupid. Look at him. He's taking a picture with his finger on the fucking trigger. What was I doing, y'all? If you don't know, back in, you know what I'm saying, obviously, you know what I'm saying, unless you're just from my hometown hiding in the chat, my name was Lil Joe from 3-4, from the projects that we grew up in. We call it the projects. Basically, they're like brick apartment buildings with steel doors. If you know, you know. And I got the name Lil Joe from 3-4. You see what I'm saying? And I ran, for those who do know, you know what I'm saying, I ran with Bloods. You know, the homies who I just was around Bloods enough to become automatically like accepted, even though I really never was like a full out Blood. You know, all Bloods accepted me as a Blood. So that, what does that mean? All Crips looked at me as a Blood too. So a little bit of background in that. So, shootouts and all that type of shit, beef and all that type of shit. That's for another day. That's for another story. But here is, I want to say in 2011, early 2012, we got on short. So it's the summertime, probably 2011, right? We get to 2012. Oh, yeah, matter of fact, here's some monitoring spirit story right here on the top right. Okay. Shit. We came down from because ended up moving to Nashville. I'm from a city called Chattanooga, Tennessee. 2 hours north of Atlanta, 2 hours south of Nashville, Tennessee. Born and raised there in the valley, in the mountain, right around the Tennessee River. Raised in the valley of the mountain. Literally, the hood I was raised in, like you go down the street, you would literally be in Georgia. That's how close we were to Georgia. Like you can literally walk over one street and fuck around and be in Georgia. So that's how close we were to Georgia. Just giving background on my city. But right here we go. Yeah, AZW. Yeah. Nashville is known as the music city, to be more correct, the country music city. You know what I'm saying? So here, I already built up a name for myself at this point, of course. So we come in town, we go over to his house right here, the one in the front with the boosted fade. You know what I'm saying? Like they bloods. These, you know what I'm saying? That's enough. But and we from a different side of town, and we are on the east side. We're from another side. I'm from the south side. We from put just like this. We're not from the east side, right? We not from the east side, but we at his house and he stays on the east side. Very big violation. Here's another monitoring spirit story. We get used to this type shit. Police ride by and see us. You ain't If you from Chattanooga, you ain't from the streets if you never had encounters with, I ain't gonna say his real name. We called him Pat Dog. It's a police officer named Pat Dog. Young dude, very ambitious. Can't wait to catch a nigga and do something to him. And I mean that. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Can't wait to catch and do something to that ass. One of his partners ride by and see us on the porch. We dumb, really. Why the fuck we standing outside on the east side where all Crips live with all this red on? Police ride by, they pass by and act like they didn't want to stop. Come back in 3-4 cars and they got Pat Dog with them. Pat Dog walk up on me. Hey, well, if it ain't Lil Joe from 3-4, this what he tell me. Your fucking music sucks. Fuck you. Straight just like that, bro. That's how he talk to us, bro. I could do at that point. You can't do shit but laugh, bro. It's like fucking police. You used to see this. What I'm saying, it's very easy to take in the mindset of being monitored. Growing up black in the hood like this, we weren't doing nothing. Literally, ain't no guns and no nothing on us. We was actually slipping. What you call slipping? Had some weed. You know what I'm saying? And they had some beers. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling and kicking shit. They pull up on us like, so what the fuck are y'all doing over here? Why the fuck y'all over here? What are guns that we know y'all got guns? You know what I'm saying? Walking our homie house, no warrant, no nothing. Can do that shit to us. Why? Why? Because we ain't nothing but niggas from the hood. We don't know shit about law. We don't know anything about protecting ourselves from the law, and they don't give a fuck. Search us, do everything they want to us. They did all that type shit. Why the fuck are y'all over on this side of town? You can't be over here. Exactly what we was told. You can't be over here. Think about that shit. How you think that shit transpired? Just think about it. Just at that level, a black man being told by a white man, you can't be over here. See what I'm saying? How easy it is to adapt that. Very easy to adapt that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another monitoring spirit store, little side quest. So boom, life is going on. Life is going on. 2012, because I'm fighting gun charges for stupid shit like this. So I'm fighting gun charges. I got a lot of beef going on with enough niggas in the street. Put it like that. With enough niggas in the street, I got beef going on. Niggas trying to kill me, and I want to kill niggas at this point. I can talk about it now because it's past, right? And I'm free. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't did none of that type shit. You know what I'm saying? I was able to make it out. The street life was only this obstacle place in front of me to build up this diamond in the rough type shit. I found the fuck. I found that out. So, but I moved to Nashville, a different state. You know what I'm saying? And we up there. We live in a trap life. Now here's my spiritual awakening. We live in a trap life, right? We doing it for years. Good stretch, good long run, right? We live in a trap life, like in a fucking bando, literally. Like it got scared because my mama ended up coming up there, right? And she ended up figuring out why I stayed there. Bro, do you know I had to physically hold my mama from coming into that trap house so she couldn't see the way I was living? Like real shit. I had to physically push my mother back. I'm like, how the fuck did she find out? Because I had an uncle that stayed up there too. Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I need to give out. I had an uncle that stayed in that city as well. I had to physically push her away so she couldn't see the way that I was living. We got pit bulls in that motherfucker, guns all around it, pills, weed, liquor, condoms everywhere. I was living a life. And let's just say one day my homeboy come home. He come to the trap. And like, hey, bro, I just read this book called Think and Grow Rich. No, no, no. I just read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, but y'all need to listen to that shit. We can add some of this shit to the trap, the way we living in the trap. Like my homeboy, they're like, this is my closest friend here, top left. This is my best friend. I give a story on him as well. Like all this shit, bro, heartbreaking, but at the same time, it was all meant for us to find our own path. And he rapped, me and him rapped together. We was known around our city, and that's a spirit that set over us. Everybody like, oh, bro, y'all like Boosie and Webby or Chattanooga. You hear shit like that, the whole city wants y'all to blow up. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. I got so many fucking stories. I gotta make sure I stay on point, y'all. He come on, tell us about that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Here's the thing: I've been a street nigga, but I always been a slight intellectual. I always been a slight intellectual. Didn't want it to be known in the streets. You see what I'm saying? Because that wasn't the cool thing to do. But I move with intellect. Like you'll be able to tell that. Like that's another story. But you'll be able to tell that I move with intellect. So he come on, tell us about that book. We read the book. We apply what we learned in Rich Dad Poor Dad. I want to go further. I don't want to stop. That's not enough. Let's add some more shit to it. I find Think and Grow Rich. From some of y'all, if y'all seen my older videos, you've heard me talk about that book. Finally get to the chapter of Think and Grow Rich, and he starts talking about the subconscious mind. Immediately, my heart dropped like, what the fuck? He's telling me to take what I hold near and dear to my, I'm paraphrasing, not really, I'm paraphrasing. Take what I find near and dear to my heart and replace it with money. Obviously, growing up Christian Baptist, right? In the South, right? Money is the rule of all evil, even that's not what I think it says actually the love of money is the rule of all evil, but money is the rule of all evil. You see what I'm saying? We learn shit and twist and tie shit on up. And that ain't what the fuck it say. But the love of money is the rule of all evil. But damn, in my head, I'm like, damn, you want me to replace my subconscious mind with money? Like hell no. Hell no. Because I'm thinking like, what do I love the most at this time, of course? I'm just thinking of what I'm supposed to say. God, Jesus. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, do I really believe in Jesus? Is this what I really believe in? I said, fuck that, man. I gotta figure out before I do some shit like this. Hell no. So I went back. So I'm living in a trap, right? I'm living in a trap. And I go back to the back and I say, hey, I gotta read this goddamn book because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If I'm finna start doing this shit, bro, if I'm finna start doing this, I need to make sure I believe in what the fuck I say I believe in. This picture right here on the bottom left corner, that's me in a trap. Let me see, can I move it? Okay, y'all can see it now. That's how it's supposed to be the whole goddamn time. So that's me in a trap. You know what I'm saying? And this is the time I start reading that goddamn book. And I said, fuck it, I don't understand why I would do that. Now, what am I doing? I'm catching my plays and I'm going back to the room to read my Bible. That's my stage in 2012. Now, mind you, no, they say when a nigga say mind you, I already got it up in here. So we, me and my homie, me and my closest friend, he a Gemini, I'm a Cancer, birthday the same day on a different month type shit. we I knew we was meant to be friends. Now that I'm overlooking my life, we was meant to be friends, bro, because it catapulted me to a new level being this nigga friend. It catapulted that nigga to another level with me being his friend. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm keeping it secret from everybody in the trap. It's still normal, but I'm a little distant, trying to figure this shit out. I'm going through the Bible. Can't like, how the fuck did Cain leave the Garden of Eden and go into the land of Nod? It's only fucking 4 people that live on this earth: Adam, Eve, and 2 sons. What the fuck? How did he do this? So it wasn't making sense to me. But I never spoke about it to nobody. Me and my homie, we living in a trap. Here we go again. When I told you 2011, 2001, 1998, and voices came, I just kept feel like we being watched, bro. Like I kept feel like we being watched, bro. Do y'all you really have to understand? I really had to. It took some years. That trap shit scarred me. The streets already did because I had to live my life watching over my shoulder. I had to live my life if like I gotta look in this mirror, that mirror, the back mirror. I had to live my life to know where all the fucking exes is. I had to live my life and knowing each and every car that drive by here, they ain't supposed to be over here. Because it could be my life if I'm not paying attention like that. So I come from a PTSD. Yeah, I know that shit for real. Fuck going to war. This shit is real. Nigga gotta live like that. You gotta watch for the police. You gotta watch for ops. That's what they call them now. We didn't call them that back then. We just labeled them whatever gang they were. So it's XYZ nigga. XYZ bitch. You see what I'm saying? So I live in that life. Now I'm living in a trap. So now my only enemy, I'm thinking I'm doing something different because I done left the streets of this gang banging shit and moved to another city. But I'm living in a trap and I'm selling drugs. So now we get to this point after reading the book, and I just automatically start feeling like we watched. I never said nothing to nobody. But my closest friend, top right corner, he started saying the same shit. Like, bro, Joe, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, something ain't right, bro. Like, I'm like, damn, nigga, you too? I ain't been saying shit. Like, bro, why you ain't say shit? I'm like, nigga, why you ain't been saying shit? So we get into an argument about that and just like, okay, like, bro, something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right. We got to get about this motherfucker because we live there. We don't have any other residents. We live in the Bando. We live in it. So we keep going. Like, we always in the windows. Like, it's to the point that everybody else like, bro, y'all paranoid, bro, y'all tripping. Like, bro, we ain't telling them, like, bro, we just feel like something ain't right. So that go on for about a week. I think it was like February 21st. I went back and looked up my charges and when I got charged and when the arrest date was, I think it's like February 21st. So this month, we just passed February. So this actually made what's that, 13 years? Like 13 years since this shit started. February 2012 to February 2025. Long story short, Here we go. I have a hunch in my head. I saved up enough money, y'all. I saved up enough money to get put a deposit on an actual apartment, and I saved up enough money to be able to get me a goddamn car. A couple of days before I had the home take me go around to this car lot, found this car lot. You didn't even need a goddamn driver's license to give you a car. Hey, I got you. Finna get me a stinking Lincoln. If you from the South, you know them long bodied Lincolns. Give me a stinking Lincoln. I had the money to put down, give me a car, but I got to hustle up. You see what I'm saying? And I still got enough of my product on the side, so like it's gonna be a grind to get back up. But like I got enough there to get me back. But I'm gonna spend all my money to do what I need to do. Fuck it. This day comes in February, and we just feeling something weird. But something's telling me go buy the car. Just go. I sit there inside the trap and prolong it and second thought it. I was second guessing myself. Something told me to go, but I prolonged for like an hour. Then I said, all right, fuck it. I told my homeboy, let's go, bro. Take us. You're like, all right, bro, that's what you want to do. Let's go, bro. I've been here all day waiting for you to say, yeah, let's go. Took all my money and left. Took all my money, bro. Get out there. They just shut the gate. They literally locking the gate on. Sorry, man, if you would have came. I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? All right, I'll just come back tomorrow. Ain't gonna be no tomorrow, nigga. Ain't no tomorrow. Get back to the crib. Get back to the trap. In there for about 30 minutes. Rolling up a blunt. Go to the bathroom. I hear, police! SWAT! Get on the floor! Get the floor! Brace busting the windows. Breaking down the door. We had a bench in front of the door. We never used the front door. The front door literally just had a bench there. Everybody had to come to the back. We didn't use the front door at all. It's obvious that we selling fucking drugs. So it's obvious that we were being monitored in that neighborhood. But remember what monitoring spirits do. Remember what we talking about. We talking about no obstacles will apprehend you. It was meant, nigga. So they burst in the door, ski mask swatted up, big ARs and shit. Assault rifles pointed at everybody. I had a homegirl from Memphis. She was there with us. And a couple of more friends in that motherfucker. And then, of course, my closest friend. I ain't no running downstairs. Like technically it's like 2 steps to go to the back because it's like they added something else on to the house. And I ran here in the closet. They come and grab me out the closet. AR to my head. Nigga, I'll blow your fucking brains out of you fucking move. That was normal to me. See, I know that can like do something to somebody because I didn't give y'all my story in 2nd grade when police officers put an assault rifle in my face when I was in fucking 2nd grade, 1st grade. That's another story. I'm already desensitized to that shit. You know, end up going to jail. And then a lot of shit happened after that, right? And here's my first breakdown. So after that, we leave jail. Me and my friend, we end up staying in there because they took all my goddamn money. Right? I have nothing. I have nothing. We had 2 pit bulls. The police officers literally on purpose took all of our clothes and put it in pit bull shit. Piss. All my clothes, bro. Drawers, t-shirts, socks, all that shit. They purposely did that. So I have nothing at this point once we get out of jail. And it's only me and my closest friend, my best friend, top left corner. Just me and him. Trying to figure this thing out. He ends up going. So once they lock us up in jail, they split us up. He ends up going to another cell. Once we get to the it's jail, not prison. It's not the county. I forgot what the fuck they call it though. The next level up from the goddamn county for people who waiting to get sentenced and sent on off to their shit wherever they gotta go, or people who got a short sentence. In my city, they call it Silverdale. I don't know what it's called in your city, but we end up getting sent up there in like a week and a half, locked up there. You see what I'm saying? You get in that motherfucker, get the tissue. Well, damn, bro, why don't you just tell? I'm like, motherfucker, we got caught with this and this and that. I ain't getting life tail for what? That's because they get the testing your ass. I'm already up on game anyway, so it's like, man, hell nah, bro, I'm straight. Somebody gonna come get me, bro. I just don't want to call my mama. Nigga doing all this street shit and scared of his mama. I was scared to call my mama. I ain't call my mama. Oh, but she found out. My uncle said the shit made the news. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's how I found out your stupid ass locked up. Nigga, it was on the goddamn news. Said your first in your life. I said, what the fuck? And he said, I called your phone, nigga, went to straight to voicemail. I said, goddamn. Let me go and call this goddamn mama because this motherfucker stupid. That's how my uncle talk, bro. So, yeah, we end up going through these stages, and me and him end up having a fallout. I don't want it because that's a whole nother story to use some deep details. But me and him end up falling out. The connection just got weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just hurt, bro. It hurt to see my friend go through what he went through. You know what I'm saying? But I still remained strong through that. And I still love that nigga to this day. The relationship probably never be the same as it was, but I love that nigga to this day, bro. And I remember, so we going back and forth to court and shit. Now, our court dates are starting, and at this point, I just hit my knees, bro. This is that submission. Here's that submission go. Like, God, please, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life. I go back home to my hometown. My little brother has become a crip, and my homies are bloods. And let's just say it got to a point where you can't stop this shit. Let's just say that, for lack of better words. It got to a point I ain't got nothing to go back to. I go back there, it's a rap. Cause I don't know nothing but niggas in the streets. I have no other outlet. I don't have friends who do other shit. All my friends rob, gang bang, and sell drugs. Some people finally got a job. That's about it. Like begging, like God, please, like whatever it is, like whatever it is that it brings me closer to knowing you. There we go. Oh, did I know what I was asking for? Did I know what the fuck I was asking for? Did I know what the fuck I was asking for? The whole time I'm thinking that jail shit was the obstacle. But if my black ass wouldn't have went through all this suffering, losing my closest friend, not physically, not death, but separation, the streets, the gang banging, the drugs, my granny getting killed, my granddaddy dying, my Uncle Jimmy killing himself, single parent household, growing up in the projects, shootouts, going on robbing sprees, the trap, going to jail, never prison, jail. Talking like Donald Trump, never prison, jail, jail. If all of that shit wouldn't have happened, if all that suffering wouldn't have happened, it wouldn't have brought me to that point where I was all right, all of my whole being begged at that point. I need to know which way to go. What's gonna bring me closer to you? How do I do this? What is there to do? If all that wouldn't have happened, it wouldn't have brought me here to y'all today. It wouldn't have brought me to the point that with the consultation that I'm having, that I'm able to assist somebody in seeing their own power. It wouldn't have brought me here. Wouldn't have brought me here. So I probably should have changed this right here. 11 years, probably be 13 years now. This, in the last 11 years or 13 years, I had the chance to break free from normal society thinking as far as culture and generational thought form. See, here we go. We think generational. This is where we're going. All right. This is where we're going. We think generational curses are like somebody cooked up some shit in the pot and put it on your family. No, in that aspect, no. It's generational thought forms. These thought forms are what the problem is. whether it's religion or just this bullshit here I came from. That's me right here, the little hat right there. That's me right there. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to CEO P. He gone. This guy right here, I gotta brag about him. Yeah, I've been knowing him since the project, since we was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Since we was a kid. Now he's a lightweight champion of this boxing shit. And I'm not good, so I may be fucking up the title. But like, I watched this nigga grow up. Watch this nigga grow up. He changed his life. He's the definition of no obstacles will apprehend you prosper with pain as well, just like you are, coming from the streets. He's beat unspeakable charges in the courtroom. He's got his life together. He's fit. He's boxing. And guess what his score was? 17-0. 17 wins, 0 losses. He's not on this type of spiritual journey, so I don't want to put his physical name in here, but like you can see his picture. Like, but yeah. So over this lifetime, breaking these generational thought forms. It's these thought forms that are holding you. I keep saying that for a reason. It's these thought forms that are holding you. It's the thought forms that's doing it. These samskaras, these mental impressions on you that is doing it. This is how we're going to get to these monitoring spirits. This is how we're going to nip them in the bud. Look over here to the right. This is me when I finally moved back home. I had already went through that Bobby Hemmett phase, huh? The devil is the whatever your God was, the devil videos. Yeah, I was on that heavy. Probably watched that 30 goddamn times. Nigga, I had never been this skinny before. Nigga, I had locks that came out of my head and everything. Nigga, I was going through it. Oh, I went through it. I had a whole physiological change. Nigga, I got no pussy for like a year and a half. All I cared about it was studying and learning information. Locked in on infinite amount of times of Bobby Hemmett video. I was still functioning in the world. Still had a job. Still had a job. Still was paying bills. Me and one of my brother had got an apartment. Skinny as hell. I had put in one of my songs. When I lost weight, I lost a couple of locks. When I say when I was stressed out, you know, when nobody there to comfort me, you know, when no homies there for me, like all this street shit, when nobody there, you know, to comfort me, it was meant to be a lonely journey. You see what I'm saying? When I lost a couple of locks, no little thoughts was sharing that puss with me, is what I said. Couldn't get no pussy. Really, it wasn't their fault because I wasn't trying to get no pussy. All I cared about was smoking my weed, going in my room, and watching Bobby Hemmett. My, you know, your friend, I live, you know what I'm saying, me and my brother, roommates, cousins, or whatever, like, bro, we don't know what's going on with you, bro. We don't know what's going on with you, bro. We don't know what's going on with you, bro. Like, you tripping, bro. Like, we just want you to go back to this little Joe right here. This is what they wanted me to go back to. They wanted me to go back to this nigga right here. Yeah, no. I'm like, what, nigga? I'm like, bro, you ain't get no pussy, no nothing, bro. Like, what you gonna do, bro? Like, you need to start back rapping. Like, bro, what? Nigga, you talking about pussy and going to the club and dressing up. Nigga, I'm focused on what the fuck happens when I die, nigga. Our pussy gonna always be there. Money gonna always be there. The club clothes gonna all. I told them straight like that, nigga. That shit gonna always. So that street shit came out of them the way I approached him. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, nigga, you tripping, nigga? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Fuck all that, nigga. And I mean that, nigga. Don't ask me shit else about none of that shit. Fuck that, nigga. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck my soul does when I die. Nigga, this life is temporary, nigga. When I die, nigga, that's real. That's what I need to know. And I was vicious about this information. Never turn back. Vicious about this information, homie. What it say in the Bible? You can't be cold or lukewarm. I wasn't lukewarm with this shit. This wasn't no fad for me. This at least 10 years right here, though. This at least 2015 or 14. I wasn't lukewarm with this shit. I come from this shit. Long live Slick Blood. Slick Blood gone. Some more niggas in the back that ain't here no more. Some that's still doing good. Some still alive. Some gone. Some in prison back here. Back and forth. Some just get out of prison back here. Some just, you know what I'm saying, beat the championship or whatever weight class that he is, prospering over pain. 17 wins, knockouts. Some of these niggas, it grew into this nigga right here. Oh, I shook back, baby. Yo, baby, I shook back, baby. All them obstacles that I went through. Yeah. And over the time, this friend right here, he just called me from the pen. You know what he told me? He been dodging me. He ain't been wanting to call me because he know I'm gonna tell him what he need to hear. He said it's on the phone. I ain't talked to him. He been gone, what, 3 years? I'm like, bro, man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't called you, bro, because I already knew, you know what I'm saying, what the conversation was gonna be. And I ain't want to hear, like, I guess I just really didn't want to hear nobody tell me what you always been telling me. I'm like, yeah, bro, but nigga, look, he said, nah, bro, hold on, let me speak. What I finally realized is some shit that you told me the last time I went to the feds. The life that I live is made up off of my beliefs. And what I believe about the world is not real. It's not real. Bro, my jaw dropped. I'm like, what the fuck? He going in prison, going through having his own self-realization. So, you know what I'm saying? All guys known and unknown, may they will and bring, because he's a boy. That boy right there is something else in the streets for real. That it actually, that's what his realization was. Like, bro, it's just not real. Like everything that I thought about how the world is to me, it's not real. I made it up based off my environment. I said, there we go. Now we getting somewhere. And that was just something recent that, because I ain't talked to him in a minute, I had to bring it up. But like over these past years, I've also helped people as well on their journey to help cut through to a lot of the fluff and the doom and gloom of this shit. Because that's what we're getting through today. We're not here to sit and bullshit, bro. And feed into no motherfucking fear mongering, homie. If you came here to get that, you're not getting it. I'm sorry. That's not what's coming out of my mouth. It never will be. It's gonna always be no obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. There are no obstacles. It's just an opportunity to help you prosper over the pain. It was a process to get to this point. I had to give y'all all of that to understand. It was a process. I had to break out of the PTSD. I can't go see no therapist. You know what I'm saying? I can go to the preacher, man. You know who I had? I had Bobby Hemmett. You know who I had? I had panic. I had my own intellect because I couldn't talk to people about the shit that I was studying. I had to rely on self. I had to rely on past experiences. I had to rely on these things. Because there was no one, not one, thought it was cool to fuck around and put it on Facebook, nigga. Everybody start calling me the devil. You know, everybody, y'all done been through it. You done been through it. You try to go back around and tell everybody, but that's part of the journey, though. That's part of that 30-second path. Shout out to Trav because he's gonna get into Gareth Knight book dealing with the paths. That's part of the 30-second path, thinking that you fucking around supposed to be out here trying to save everybody. That ain't how it work, buddy. You're gonna get a rude awakening, then you're gonna tell everybody about how they religion fake and what you found out is real. And oh, really, Egypt this, and oh, really, Egypt that, and oh, really, like, nigga, okay. There's a cause and effect that comes with that. Some people get stuck there. I move beyond that, which was pushing me to start this YouTube channel. Because I'm not with all the fluffing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nigga, what is it? Okay, what are they talking about though? Like they saying all this googly got words in these books, but what the fuck is they really saying? Like, nigga, motherfuckers who come from a background like me, they don't get all that. How can I relate this shit to these people here? These are people that you see on your corner when you go to the store and you lock your doors. That's who I was. You would have walked right past me, gripping your purse, You would have walked right past me, or you would have seen me outside the store or walking up, and you would have locked your goddamn door. You'd have been ready to call the police. Look him over here to the left. You see me out, you probably still think the same shit. But it ain't the outer that changed, my niggas. It's the inner. It's the inner that changed. Don't be judging these niggas. You don't know who they gonna be. Maybe they are that. Maybe they're not. You don't know. It was a process to get to this point. All I ever wanted to do was show some type of love or feel accepted and have other people feel accepted. So I ran with the gang. I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. But I found love. I found people that'll be my lifetime, people that I love this life and the next. Some already left this life. I'm having a lot of dreams lately of dead friends coming through in dreams, like over the past week. It's been crazy. But I understand this shit now. And this is beneficial to the person that's coming up and going through things. I've been there for countless. I don't have a system set up to the point, you know what I'm saying? But like consultations are up. If you need it, you need somebody just to talk to. We can go from the top to bottom, get a whole plan going on. Y'all got my information. We can get something going on because I understand people going through these stages, and with what I've been through, I've been able to help assist and bring people through this. Why? Because I've been able to bring myself from this onto this, back into this, something new. Yeah, what my mister said, you had to die to be renewed. I went through the death and rebirth. And I've come into acceptance that's how this fucking word is. Let's go, y'all. I done held too much time up on that. Now, remember what the ego is, right? Let's get into our ego. We got to understand, I always like to bring this up in the slides when we're talking about ego. What is the ego? Ego is the recognition and the identification of or with the manifest reality. Damn, has it changed on my screen? Hold up. Okay, y'all can see it. The recognition with reality, with the manifest reality, the I-ness. It's what separates things. You need to separate things to be able to tell this is this, this is that, and that is this. You need to be able to know what's hot and cold. I'm happy, I'm sad, I feel good. Or I am being, it's the I amness. I am being watched. See what I'm saying? So that means you're separating yourself from something already. I am black, I am white, I am divine masculine, I'm divine feminine. I'm hot, I'm cold, I am. I'm safe. I like this, I don't like this. You need to understand what the ego is used for, because a lot of people misinterpret the ego with the arrogance and the pridefulness. No. The ego, the ahamkara, it's the identification system. And you're using your ego to identify these monitoring spirits that you've been talking about, buddy. So recognize it. Now, let's get up into this mental plane. This is what we need to know. All right? I need y'all to really pay attention to what I'm about to say here. We're dealing with this is how we're going to get these so-called monitoring spirits from the mental plane. That's where they're entering in at. That's where they're entering in at. How does this shit work with the ego? Remember what we say, that ego is the identification system. How is the ego identifying some monitoring spirits or anything for that matter in its manifest reality? Well, it's simple. We start off with having experiences, right? You're born into this world, you're born into an experience. From these experiences, you have, check this out, pay attention. From these experiences, they constitute thoughts. They birth thoughts. They are birthing thoughts. So if they're birthed from your experiences, you have thoughts. Those thoughts about those experiences, what do? They create beliefs. Listen to what I'm saying. Again, one thing I'm gonna bring up: you don't interact. Interaction is not done directly. What did I mean by that? I'm gonna get to it. First, you have your experience, which is identified by the ego. The ego is the identification system. Remember that. The ego identifies an experience. Experience, you have a thought about that experience. Depending on how much you ponder on that thought about that experience, what happens after that? Because we're speaking in terms of energy, y'all. Remember this, we speak in terms of energy. We're speaking in terms of patterns. Because if you repeatedly think about something, that creates a pattern. I need y'all to really pay attention. This is not bullshit. This is not games to be played. This is not entertainment. This is how everything is structured, straight up. Everything that you know and think who the fuck you are and what you are is built up off of this hit right here. You have an experience. You have a thought about that experience. You repeat those thoughts about that experience. Depending on how you feel about that thought. Love, fear, anxiety, worry creates what? A belief. Based off your beliefs is going to be what determines the way that you interact with reality. Please listen. You have an experience. That experience constitutes a set of thoughts. Those thoughts, depending on how much energy and focus and repetition that goes into these thoughts, leads you to your beliefs. Your beliefs lead you into a reality about your beliefs lead you into a way that you interact with reality. But you don't interact directly with reality. How do you know that? Coming from straight from here. The experience first, and then the thought, and then beliefs, and then reality. Reality all the way down here. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. It's all the way over here. And from reality, the way that you believe about your reality, let's say, did you just see the pictures that I just showed you that from the life that I had? My reality was that because my beliefs were based around that. Please understand it. From the way I react in reality, I get my values. How do I perceive myself? How do I value myself? What do I value about the world? And those values give me what? My perception of myself. And based off of my perception of myself is how I interact with reality. Now we're going to go back over this one more time, but check this out. There's something called delete, generalize, and distort here. This check this out. From number one, the experience, all the way down to your self-perception. What's going on in the green is happening the whole fucking time. You're deleting information. You're generalizing information, and you're distorting the information. How do you know that? Think about it. Sit the fuck down and think about it. You can't take in every bit of data that exists in the world. It's going to be a fucking overload. Your human brain, the mind cannot take that amount of information and process it. That's what the ego is for. I'm telling you right here what the ego does. This is what it does. It filters out. It has to delete. It has to generalize, and it has to distort. Or your ass will never be able to make a goddamn decision. Listen to what I'm saying. This is very fucking important. I'm telling y'all. If you want to go even deeper than this, hit me up for consultation. We can sit down and go through this. This has changed my life, understanding this. This is a self-realization. This is the higher magic. to come into understanding of who and what you are, how you perceive yourself, how you interact with reality, what we call reality. This is some higher magic. This is some higher knowledge shit getting into it. Because it's not all about whatever the fuck everybody else talking about. What we're really talking about is getting to self-awareness. My bad, my y'all mystic. I said, so you need to change how you perceive the experience. That's it. Because your beliefs honestly are not real. Why? Because by the time you get down to beliefs, you've already deleted, generalized, and distorted the information by the time you get here. You've already deleted, distorted, and generalized information. How do you know your beliefs ain't real? Because you believe when you went to that goddamn club that it was the worst experience that you ever had. That was the worst experience that can ever be had. Gun shooting, gun violence. You seen little niggas like me run around shooting guns and this and this and that. It'll never go out again. Somebody like me, that was the best shit I done been to, bro. We was turned up. We did this. Hell yeah, we did this. We did that. But based off of your experience, you produce those thoughts. And those thoughts repeatedly thought about bring you beliefs. But the whole time from the experience, just from the experience to the thought, you didn't delete it, generalize, and distorted a whole bunch of fucking information. You totally forgot about you and your best friend and that laughing, he and ha and smiling. You forgot you actually met your husband that night. The most handsome man, the most stand-up guy, and both of y'all just in the club for one night. You forgot how many people actually adored your beauty in that motherfucker. But you didn't delete, distort, and generalize that all clubs are like that. You didn't delete the fact that those beautiful experiences I just told you. You didn't distort it. You didn't distort it a lot of information. That's why affirmations and mirror magic work. And shout out to Travis showing me how to properly do mirror magic. Shout out to motherfucking Travis Majors. Now, me personally, because when you get into affirmations, that becomes something totally different. That it can become something totally different. Because here's the thing about it: you want to get deeper with that because your conscious mind is already rejecting affirmation because it does not see you as that. It don't see you as that person or that. And I'm not specifically speaking to you, Maya Missy. I'm just speaking in general terms now. You see what I'm saying? So it's a part of your mind that's already rejecting. It's a part of your mind that's already rejecting. And that part of your mind that's rejecting that is because it doesn't see that reality. So what you want to do is, that's what I'm saying. When we get into a consultation, we're talking about like what are your actual values. You got to line up with these values. You got to be able to line yourself up with these values. And a lot of time what we're doing, we're not lining ourselves up with our values. Because listen, look where your values are at down here, right? You've already had these experiences and these thoughts and these beliefs, and then interacted with reality and gave yourself some form of values. But what has happened through here? You delete, generalize, and distort it. So by the time the way you perceive yourself, by the time you get to running some words to it, part of your mind like, what the fuck? No, that's not. We ain't rich. We ain't that. We ain't this. We ain't that. You done already distorted and generalized and deleted that information. Your mind is not going to accept that. So there's another way to go to that. There's another way to go. And that's what we start consultations for. Because that's where the real work happens at. That's exactly where the real work happens at. So, all right, bet Rosa Flame. Dub VT. Okay, peace, Dub. That damn. What was I saying, y'all? So yeah. You know, but like I'm not against affirmation. You should be positively thinking about yourself. But I've noticed some things that's like there's some resistance in there. And basically what I was gonna get to is like you have to be able to integrate this resistance. Sometimes we throw this resistance away, but like this part of you that's resisting is actually a beautiful part of you. You don't want to throw it away because it's part of you. We try to throw it away and suppress it, which we get to talking about the shadow side. Why is this part of me resisting this? What is it? What is it? You got to integrate that part. You need to actually talk to that part of yourself. That's very important because it wants to be heard. That's it. It just want to be heard. And you ignoring it. You pushing it to the side and trying to come up with this other, what's the name, version of yourself in your head and speak these words to yourself. It's going to keep showing up and rejecting it. Because soon as you step outside, let's say you're telling yourself you're rich. As soon as you step outside and you go to your mailbox, and a bank statement come in and say your bank account in a negative balance, that what happens to those? What happened to those? What's the names? Subliminals definitely were my missing. Okay, and definitely DM me. But like, what happened? Definitely DM me. What'd you say? Zero. Yes, all part of us needed to be understanding and integrate. That's what I'm saying. So that's a process where I'll be able to walk through and like it's definitely as far as the consultation. I'm doing a lot right here trying to. But what happens at that point? A part of you is already like, man, see that? Oh, man, come on, bro. We talking about we rich and shit. Look at this shit. A part of you then started taking that in and started self-sabotaging on the inside. But that's another story. So let's remember, y'all, again, experiences, thoughts, down to beliefs, based off of the power of those thoughts. And then from those beliefs, we get into reality. We interact with reality, or we create our reality based off our beliefs. Let's say that our reality that we live in is created based off our beliefs. From our reality and how we experience with our beliefs, that's what gives us our values, the shit that we hold near and dear. The shit that we hold near and dear is how we base our values. So, which goes back into our beliefs. And our values gives us what we perceive of ourselves. And we've already went through this, a generalizing and distortion of that information. So do you see how your reality is built up down this whole little ladder zigzag thing before you even get back into experiencing with reality? You still ain't experienced it directly. Did you hear me? Reality is not experienced directly. This is where we at with it. I ain't just making this shit up. I ain't just come up with this shit. You heard the all spiritual. I'm not the mind. I'm not the body. I'm not my thoughts. Let's take it over here to that damn it, this ain't Top with Shooter. What page is this? Samkhya Darshan. Some of the most ancient philosophical spiritual texts on the planet. Some of them. See, you go listen, here is check this out. This is all I'm here to show. I'm not going to go too deep into it. Check this out. Purusha, the soul, and Prakriti, the manifest reality. This is a dualistic system. Lately, I've been studying a non-dual system, and and some of them they take information from me, they accept information from each other's, which is just different schools. But nonetheless, we're using it for this Purusha, and then Prakriti, the divine masculine, divine feminine principle, which is the manifest reality, Prakriti. It don't matter. You think about atoms, you think about earth, rocks, cats, dogs, piss, shit. Oh, guess what? For those niggas who want to be the aliens, or I come from Andromeda, galactic starseed, don't matter. It's manifest reality. That's the divine feminine principle. So the manifest reality is already filtered through the ego. From the intelligence, from the higher self. It gets filtered down through the higher self, and then it gets filtered down through the ego. Check this out. We're only using this for a reference. Then it gets filtered through the ego. We just went through we just talked about the ego, right? This is the process. It goes through the ego. Deletion, distortion, and generalization, deletion, distortion. Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. We just broke it down. We just showed you this process right here, what's going on in the mind. The steps, and then we go through the analytical process, beliefs, thoughts, all that type shit. All that shit is happening, right? But it's not just me saying this, because look, now you get to your capacities for actions. How do you interact with the world? Through actions, right? Would you say? How you interact with the world? Through perception, right? Before you, the real you, which is up here, it goes through, it has to go through speech, hands, feet, your sex organs, and your excretory organs, your shitter, right? Then you got your perception, you got your ears, the skin, the eyes, tongues, and the nose. Reality is passed through those first. Remember, I am not the mind, I am not the body. I am not. So these things experience the reality for you. Guess what they're doing? They're deleting, distorting, and generalizing what they're experiencing by before you even get it up here to you. Are you hearing what the fuck I'm saying? You do not experience reality directly. Then you got the subtle elements of hearing, touching, seeing, tasting, and smelling before you even get to the ears. You see what I'm saying here, y'all? Then you have the gross elements that creates all of this shit. Akasha, space, air, fire, water, and earth. You are literally not experiencing reality directly. By the time you get to making up your beliefs and how you perceive the world and how shit should be, what Donald Trump should do, what black women and black men should be like, your experience has been deleted, distorted, and generalized. Man, I hope y'all taking this shit serious, bro. I really do, bro. Cause like you can get this shit straight off of this. What does science say? Does science say anything about this shit? What the fuck is science saying? Or is this nigga my Gnosis just talking shit? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read the comments, but because we still we ain't nowhere through yet, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm 100. Okay, WT. He said I'm 100%. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. Zero. Appreciate you. Okay, Zero. Yup. I know when something came to my mind that is not pleasant, I say cancel, cut, and delete. See what I'm saying? You already got this naturally in your mind, Mystic. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to hear right there. I just hit like on my own goddamn video. I was trying to like her comment, but that's what I'm talking about. We finna get into some mindset shit like that. Okay, what does science say about experiencing reality directly? Right. This is quantum physics. Right. What do they say? Understanding why you never touch anything. This was an actual article that I pulled off a website of a quantum physics website. It just made bullet points out of it. Remember, this is a research here. But ain't nothing like some cold water. Understanding how you never touch reality. Let's get into it. How you never touch anything. Now, if we want to believe it, for those folks who need to hear it in science, well, science says it requires you understanding electron function. Before that, you need basic knowledge of the atomic structures of atoms. The structure of an atom, most of an atom's mass is concentrated in the nucleus. Surrounding the nucleus is mostly empty space, except for the electron and proton orbits. Here, check this out. The number of electrons depends on the element, right? So we know that, right? We get to dealing with the periodic table and all that. We remember physical science. What electrons' properties? What are they? Exhibits particle wave duality. Acts as both particle and wave. Who here has seen the double slit experiment, right? Where you visualize it turns into a particle. When you depending on depending on the observer. Depending on the observer, particles turn into waves. Waves back into particles. What did we just talk about? The way you experience reality is based off of you and how you perceive this motherfucker. Based off the deletion, distortion, and generalization of that information. You automatically do it. You do it so much you don't know that you do it. It's natural for the human to do this. Please understand this. Okay. And electrons, as we talking about, has a negative charge. Electrons, what would that be, y'all? The negative principle, the principle that brings in, that takes in and creates, is the feminine principle, right? Just want to bring that out there. Opposite charges attract. Listen, opposite charges attract. Like charges repel. Now, what are we talking about here? We're talking about some earth elemental and some air elemental shit going on right here. I wonder where you're going with this, my Gnosis. Why electrons never touch? Electrons repel each other due to their like charge. Their wave packets can overlap but never make direct contact. Implication for humans. When you're laying down, what you're doing right now, or you're sitting down, your body's electrons actually repel the electrons of the objects. You are technically hovering above surfaces by extremely small distances. I shouldn't have to explain that shit. That's just some scientific shit to back up how you never interact with reality directly. You're not doing it directly. So what does this have to do with motherfucking monitoring spirits, though? For those that know, you should know. You believe in what you see. You believe in that people are monitoring you, that things are monitoring you. That's based off of your mental perception of reality. And what we know now, we already don't interact with reality directly. Forgive me, y'all. Y'all know I talk with my tongue and shit like this, so sometimes I fuck my words up. What's the first law of the universe, or the principles of Tahuti? The mind is all, right? The all is mine. See, that's where we fuck up. The all is mine. What does it say from that first chapter of the mental principle? He who grasps the truth of the mental nature of the universe is well advanced on the path to mastery. I told y'all, we're going to stop. If you still believing in monitoring spirits by this slide, fine and dandy. I'm not judging you, but you getting the information here to stop this shit from the higher planes. You don't have to work with reality directly in the physical. As you can see, you already don't even directly deal with shit in the physical. This shit is coming from the higher planes, how you interact with reality. Man, somebody drop a SOP in the chat, bro. I need some SOPs in the chat, bro. SOPs in the chat. I need SOPs in the chat before I continue. If you're fucking with this, drop SOPs in the chat. Curve still rocking with me. Aside to still rocking with me. Y'all ain't been saying nothing. Y'all know I love y'all though. Zero still rocking with me. That's enough. I know somebody else gonna drop it in the chat. S-O WVT say S to the O to the motherfucking P. Oh, my guy Luminary showed up SOPing up this cosmic with my SOP biscuit knuckle. All right, gang. We are stopping this shit from the higher planes. You don't try to change your reality from the physical. You got to go up to the higher planes with this shit. We already know everything comes from the spiritual down to the motherfucking physical. What are we doing? So this is what I'm saying for beginners or advanced. If you advance, I'm giving you a reminder. If you're a beginner, this is how we get to the advanced stage. Do you see? Is well on an advanced. Is well advanced on the path to mastery. That's what this shit is about. It's not about mastering the world. It's about mastering your inner world. See, let me say something. A little quick side tangent, because I'll get to it in another video slide, right? Because you got to understand. I remember when we was reading mystical Kabbalah, right? We got the mystical Kabbalah here. She said something in one of those first chapters that really stuck out to me, and it's like, hey, because she got to speaking about racial dharma, or the purpose, or the dharma of group souls, right? And she talks and she says the European, the Anglo-Saxon European, has a different racial dharma than that of the Mongolian, the Asian, or the Negro. Their purpose, the European Anglo-Saxon purpose, is to conquer the material universe. That's a different racial dharma. Everything about their sciences is all about materialism. And when I say materialism, I'm talking about atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons. That's part of the physical universe. I'm going somewhere with that, but I'll be back. Okay. Now, we know knows the first principle that all is mind, right? But we're gonna go through it. Let's just re-enter this shit the right way. The principle of mental is stated in the Kabbalah and asserts that all is mind, meaning that the entire universe is a mental construct within the all. An infinite and unknowable living mind. And now I kind of disagree with this, but that'll be for another video. It's not even a disagree, but I've come into a realization of something beyond this. But let's just say that an infinite and an unknowable living mind. Everything we perceive as material reality, matter, energy, and life itself is a manifestation of this universal consciousness. That's why I want to disagree, but it's okay, because it still hold its principle down here in the manifest reality for those who are, especially for those who we thinking about fucking what we doing this. What is this video about? Monitoring spirits. Everything is a manifestation of the universal consciousness. This universe and all the phenomenon exist within the mind of the all. That all is really the key, y'all, but I don't want to get off topic. In that understanding, this mental nature of reality helps explain various psychic and mental phenomena. By grasping this principle, individuals can better comprehend the law of the mental universe and how consciousness shapes existence. Oh, y'all hearing it? Don Tree say 11:11 was happening. It's 11:11. What Zero say? Let me see. In the trip I did last Sunday, I realized we literally don't perceive even the 10% here. And with this Gnosis, man, see, that's what I'm talking about. Even then, I forgot they don't say we use 10% of our goddamn brain, man. And we walk around this motherfucker like we just know every goddamn percent. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, man. What does it say? The mental nature of reality helps explain various psychic and mental phenomena. By grasping this principle, individuals can better comprehend the laws of the mental universe and how consciousness shapes existence. I just gave you deletion, distortion, generalization. That's very high key technology. That's very high-end methodology to understand how the mind works. You will be ahead of so much. Man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. DM me. You want to get a consultation? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. If not, it don't matter because it's still all love. Now that we talking about the mind, let's get into it. You remember them video they talk them slides we showed at the beginning? Oh, they monitoring you in your dreams. They're watching over you and this and that. And they doing this and this and that. Here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 planes, buddy. Huh? The 7 planes, buddy. Let's get into this shit. We know the shit comes from the higher down to the lower. Let's just deal with the 3 here, right? Let's just deal with the 3 here. Let's just say the conscious mind, the subconscious, and the unconscious. Let's just say that. I'm not even saying that that's the correct terminology, but just rock with me. Just rock with me right now, right? So this right here, what is this? This is your astral body. This is your astral body. For those that know, you know the astral plane, the substance that makes up the astral plane. When I say substance, I'm like, you know what makes up the earth? Dirt and rock. That's the substance of our plane. What's the substance of the astral plane? The substance of the astral plane is raw emotion. Raw emotion. Listen to what I'm saying. Raw emotion is the substance of the astral plane. It's not happiness, it's not sadness, it's not fear, it's not love, it's not joy. Those things are sculpted, those emotions are sculpted from pure, raw emotion. Emotion with no definitiveness to it. That's what the astral plane is made of. So what do we got here? You see from right there, we're going up here to what? If you're a student of Brother Panic, you know that he would say trauma, repetition, and symbol. But once you think about trauma, I'm like, okay, we really don't have to use trauma. What it is emotion. Emotion, love, happiness, fear, all the emotions, god damn it. So the emotion and a repetition of those emotions and the symbol that spark all of that. What did we just talk about? Because this is how you reprogram through the planes, through the mental planes. This is how you reprogram emotion, repetition, and symbols. How are we doing it? Because you have an experience. That experience can represent a symbol. Then after that experience, you have a thought. And those thoughts are repeated. Those thoughts are repeated. So now you have a symbol and repetition. And those repeated thoughts spark an emotion. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And this is how it comes in on the astral plane. This is how you program your reality. This here is magic. From there, so now that you got your emotion, repetition, and symbols from the experiences and those thoughts that you've had, and then the beliefs that you create, what does that do? In Sanskrit, they call them samskaras, your mental impressions, made of the mind stuff in Sanskrit that they call shita. This is gems. This is gems. I'm tearing them beliefs up that you got about monitoring spirits. Tearing them up. These are mental impressions. They're patterns that have been ingrained into your motherfucking ass. Motherfucker. So, and that deals with the mental impressions, deal with Shita, or we like to call in Kabbalah, Yasad. Please listen to me. Please listen to what I'm telling y'all. Because it's all love. These mental impressions are passing through your side. What is your side? The illusionary plane, my nigga. Come on, man. Y'all been reading Physical Kabbalah over there with Trav. So off of these mental impressions, these repeated patterns of these symbols and these emotions, create your samskaras, nigga. Your samskaras create your motherfucking karma. Come on. It creates your karma. It creates your karma. It creates the cause and effect that comes down. And I'm not saying it that comes down into the physical. All this right here that you went through in past lives, this is what gives you the body that you have now. This is what gives you the family that you're incarnated into now. This is what gives you the type of reality that you go through now. So all that going around drug dealers, robbers, drug addicts, drunks. This is what this shit came into. This is what gave me my karma, my karmic body, nigga. Shit. If that's the thing, this is what gave me that. All the way from all these over my past lives, end up giving me this cause and effect that I have now. The action that I take in life, the action, the life is action, a goddamn self. Everything's moving around this bitch. We're working from the higher plane to stop some motherfucking monitoring spirits if that's what's going on with you. Because I still ain't got to what I'm really trying to say. I know some people have picked it up. Monitoring spirits are body bag. What will luminaries say? Body bag for the illusion of monitoring spirits. That's it, my optimistic. That gratitude. We finna get to that. Gratitude got to be the attitude. Let's continue. Hey, guess what? Don't worry, because the Vedics have got it figured out already. You got the koshas, the 5 layers of the body. You got the physical body, the energy body, the emotional body, which dealing with thoughts, and then we got the wisdom body, which dealing with wisdom or higher self, and then you got the bliss body. We ain't got to worry about that because that get into the unmanifest. Man, hey, I got another video for that, so I don't want to go too deep into that. But screenshot this if you want to look into it for yourself. Because my thing is the only sin is ignorance. You'll be forgiven for your sins as soon as you inform yourself. If you in a slightly very lowly lit room, you see a rope, you might mistake it for a goddamn snake. But if you get enough light to turn on in that motherfucker, you find out that was never a snake. It was just a rope. Now, did the snake disappear when the light turned on? No. That snake was never a reality. I'm getting somewhere with this. It was always a rope. But in your mind, until you got light, or that's why you call it enlightenment, because it's light. It places light on a place that's unknown, on something that's unknown to you, that you're not knowledgeable of. Son of Sam, peace. This is what enlightenment is. The information is already there. The shit is already there. You just haven't come into knowledge of what it is. So you create, you delete, you distort, and you generalize your experiences and your values and your beliefs, and it creates your reality. So now, if you would have never turned that light on that room the whole time, if you would have left and came back, you would have told somebody there, man, I ain't going in that room no more. It's snakes in that room. To you, it's the truth. It's the truth. You seen a fucking snake. But you didn't get to put the light on it. You ran out of fear. This is where we going here. This is where we going. This is where we going. Okay, over here to the far right, you have the topics, right? The elements. Shout out to Travis Majors. He definitely put me up on game and got me way more knowledgeable about these elementals. So we're going to have to get into it. There's no way to not get into it. There's no way to not talk about elemental spirits. It's impossible when we talking about anything down here. So even over here, let's get over here. We can go to the, we just talked about your side. You know what I'm saying? We just talked about the whole tree, really. So you get and they got it backwards over here. Actually, the archetypal word would be Bria, but you got absolute up here, the causal plane. Then you got the archetypal word here. the Briatic plane, and then you got the Yetziratic plane, right? And then you got the world of Asaya, the physical plane. We working from up here. Are y'all hearing me? We working from up here and some for here. So we working from the higher planes because remember we down here in Malkuth. Hopefully I ain't freezing up on y'all over there. We working from Malkuth, supposedly. We getting up in this motherfucker. We working from the astral plane on up to the abstract plane, the mental planes, to be able to stop monitoring fucking spirits. We're not stopping down here by what they say, oh, well, normalize blocking people who don't engage with your content, who just watch all your stories and don't hit like. What are you gonna do? People you going out in public and people just staring at you, not saying nothing. Or that gang stalking shit. I forgot Trav brought that shit up because I forgot about that. I'm being gang stalked. Or these monitoring spirits will watch me and trying to block me from doing this and that. Like, bro, you got the biggest monitoring spirit in your life. It's called a fucking cell phone. Let's be real. Forgot to say, let's be real. Your cell phone know everything about you better than you. Quit playing. They know what type of porn you like to watch, and know what you like to eat, and know what you think, and know them. You being a monitoring spirit on somebody else's page. It know it. You over there looking at your ex shit. It know that you keep spending $50 on a goddamn tarot read to see if your ex is gonna come back over your ex cheat. Your phone know all of that about you. Quit playing with yourself, man. Let's get to it. This slide is like compacting 3 years of searching in your teachings. Yesterday with Trav and today with you. Damn, this is a true blessing. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the hell out of you, Zero. Let's get to it. Because what am I talking about here? This is it. This is it. I told y'all I want to disprove that monitoring spirits exist. I can't. But guess what? They not what the fuck you thought they was. They not what you thought they was. All that other shit is your motherfucking ego, your pride not being stroked like you want it to be. You just want to be this and that, so you create that reality. Didn't I tell you that's how you interact with the world based off of your deletion, distortion of your experiences and your thoughts and your beliefs and your values? That's how you interact with the world. So for you, it is real. But for a person who's taking an observer stance, which is a higher level of wisdom and knowledge, we getting you there. We're not shitting on you. It's time to get there. Stop being a fucking victim in this world. Stop being a fucking victim. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. It's your choice. These monitoring things that you call the monitoring spirits are simply thought forms. I know you want it to be something big, and these people, these baby witches is sending shit towards your way, and I know that's what you want to be. I know that's what you want, but it's not. It's thought form. Let's get into it. How do thought form work? Thought forms that are impersonal. Check this out. Thought forms that are impersonal are of what we call the mental matter. Thought forms of selfish or personal desire attracts astral matter around it. Remember, what's the matter of the astral plane? It's emotion, raw emotion. So the mental matter is that a pure archetype. Then you get down here to where you have selfish and personal desires, which we're not saying selfish and personal desires are bad. We don't use good and bad over here. It's useful and appropriate. What Trav? It's useful and appropriate. So after that, it attracts astral matter around it. Astral matter plus the mental matter. are now one. Now they're moving through the astral plane. Peep game. So your impersonal thoughts plus your personal thoughts equals mental and astral matter, right? Then your impersonal thoughts plus your personal thoughts plus some love or some unselfish thoughts equals the mental and astral in a spiritual, in the spirit at I said spiritual aspect in spiritual matter. Don't worry about that. We going into it. So something is building up here if you're peeping game based upon your thoughts. The radiation, the radiation of the vibration from the mental body also displays a color. So based on the mental and the astral aspect and then the spiritual aspect of that thought, it creates a color. So now it has something to be perceived. It can be perceived in some form of a color. It produces its own rate of motion in the mental body. It impedes. So once these thought forms get to moving based off of the mental, the astral, and the spiritual aspect, how personal, is it selfish, is it personal desires, is it love, is it hate, is it fear? Based off of that is how the motion that these thought forms take to produce the thoughts of the same type from which the vibration originated. Check this out. It does not produce the content of the thought, just the context. What a major society is. We talking about context, not content. What does that mean? That means if I produce, like, okay, put it like this. If I'm having a thought, let's just say I'm having a thought, I'm being gang stalked by this and this and this and that. Okay, what is that producing? What is that producing? Let's just say in the astral matter, right? Let's just say in astral matter, in the emotional plane. What is that producing? It's producing an emotion of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So now this astral thought form has been created, working through those three factors we just spoke about. And so what does that produce? So now it's going to hit somebody else's aura or mental body or astral body. And guess what it's going to do? It's looking for somewhere that it's going to look for the same type of vibration. So somebody even has a little bit or just enough of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Guess what happens? That thought form has found your motherfucking ass. And it's trying to impede. Listen, it may not be of the same context of gang stalking, of monitoring spirits. It's not looking for that. See, that's the content. Gang stalking and monitoring spirit, that's the content. It don't give a fuck about that. All it cares about is the emotion that's being produced. It's looking for that. So it can go tap in and insert itself into that and produce more of that fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Are y'all getting me? Please tell me I'm making sense. Okay, Trav, just okay. Trav, hear me. Really hope y'all getting what I'm going with this. I know y'all are. I ain't even got a hope. Let's see. Damn, I don't got no more water. What type of nigga am I? Yes, I do. Hold up, y'all. Let me get some water. Hold up. Oh. Oh yeah, buddy. What you hear, Trav? Did I just embarrass myself? Facts. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt is magnetic to our weakness. That shit is trying to find its way. My favorite elemental. Oh, you talking about some not listen. Um, my favorite elemental is water. Let me say that. Probably because I'm a Cancer, but god damn it, y'all. Good water, man. Good water. All right, let's continue, y'all. The creation of thought forms. Because that's what we're getting into. And it coincides exactly with Brother Trav has been teaching us about elementals. The nature of the thought gives it a shape or form. The finest, or let's just say the definitiveness of the thought makes it most potent. So, based on the nature of the thought, desire, love, hate, fear, greed, anxiety, it creates, it turns it creates the shape of, guess what, y'all? I got what somebody else ain't showed you about monitoring spirits. I got a picture of monitoring spirits. I meant to tell you that. I got a visual of what a monitoring spirit looks like. Well, monitoring thought form. So y'all better stick around. You want to see that. So and here we go. The nature of a thought gives it a shape or form. The definitiveness or the fineness of the thought makes it most potent. So if you really ground it in fear and hate and anxiety, if you really ground it in gratitude, love, and compassion, that's how potent it's gonna be. You gotta look, yeah, I'm a little bit compassionate. Yeah, I'm a little bit fearful. Or yeah, I'm a whole lot of fearful. And a whole lot, oh yeah, I'm a whole lot of compassion. Can't be lukewarm with the shit. Thoughts of desire, passion, and emotional activity appear. Listen, thoughts of desire, passion, and emotional activity appear in the astral body portion, and it breaks off. Do you listen? Part of it breaks off. A part of that thought form, it breaks off and attracts elemental forces of the astral plane. Man, I need y'all to hear this. Man, I need y'all to hear this. Son of Sam said, tonight, I need your body. That's what type shit this shit is on. So check this out. What is up with this elemental shit? What's up with it? Remember we went through repetition, emotion, symbols. Remember we went through some scars, mental impression. Remember we went to cause and effect, aka karma. Those thoughts appear in the astral body and portions of it break off and attract elementals. These elemental forces of the astral plane. The thought form / the thought desire uses elementals as the vehicle. Come on, y'all. Your thoughts are creating these. Your thoughts are creating the spirits. So let's go back. Hold up. Let's look. Let's look. Because it used it as a vehicle. Let's remember. Remember, it took all this, the impersonal surface thoughts, the personal desire thoughts. It took the emotions and the mental matter, and it built up even with the spiritual matter and brought it all the way down. So now it's been in. Now all of that has ensouled an elemental. The elemental is now being used as a vehicle. The elemental is now being used as a vehicle. Repetition and intensity of that thought equals the lifespan. So what did we just talk about? Repetition. The repetition and the intensity of those thoughts that you're having about fucking monitoring spirits or love or compassion or fear, uncertainty, and doubt, depending on the intensity of it, equals his lifespan. Think about depression. Think about depression. Think about PTSD. Think about doing some shit and not nipping that shit right in the bud right then and there. Think about getting into an argument with your woman, getting into an argument with your man. You don't nip it right in the bud. Let's say for a man, because I'm a man, and dealing with a woman, if you don't Yeah, goddamn it, get on up in there and nip that shit right on in the bud. Over time, it builds up. It builds up. She letting shit slide for, but she just docking your ass every time. She documenting every time mentally. In 3 months, she gonna explode about some shit that happened 3 months ago, and everything in between then built up. Woo! If you been there, boy, you been there. Don't play like that. Repetition and intensity. After that, artificial elementals are fucking born. Artificial elementals are born out of thought forms, bro. What the tribe been showing us, man? Majority of the spirits that people work with are actually elementals. They actually elementals. They've been built up over eons of people having repetitive thoughts and intensities of those thoughts. So now you got a god of the rain. So now you got a god of, you know what I'm saying, of nature. So now you got a god of this, and now you got a god of that. And you got all this time and time again that people using this certain aspect of their reality, and then with a thought, and its thought form being created around it, and it's using elemental as a vehicle. Why do you think when we get to dealing with Sekhmet is of a fire spirit? Why do you think you dealing with Yeminya, you get to dealing with a water spirit? Why you think y'all get what I'm saying? These elementals are built up like that. And for a lot of people, moving through the astral plane, if they're not aware of their self, they're not aware of their thoughts, if they're not aware, or so say some clairvoyant people are not totally trained, which is who the fuck knows who's training clairvoyant people at these time or on that psychic level. They may be seeing these motherfuckers moving around as mistaking them from actual living entities. A lot of the time they say when you see ghosts, it's not even a ghost. That ghost is really just some fucking it has this etheric outline structure, and it's being filled with the god damn it. It's being the outline structure. It may be filled with this elemental motherfucking energy. Is what I'm trying to say. God damn it, because I don't want to go down that path because we get to talking about that. And you thinking it's what it is, and when it's just a whole bunch of repeated patterns just moving, and these elementals trying to find shit to fucking attach to latch on to. And they latch on to and take that etheric out form of the outline and that outline shape of that body. I'm telling you, y'all, all this shit is about. Because how do you know that? We just said, what's the first law of the universe? All is mind. We still ain't left the mind. We not leaving the mind. You can't. These is how these artificial elementals are born. But guess what? You got the power to upgrade and update and evolve them motherfuckers. Because all they doing is looking for a type of body to get into. When I say body, I don't mean your physical body. I mean some form of something to ensoul it, to give it life. But your thoughts are doing that. This is what I'm telling you for the people who are worried about. What are we talking about here? Monitoring spirits. This is for those who are worried about monitoring spirits. You're giving it life. Stop giving it life. This is what. Now, this comes from CB Ledbetter. He has a book on thought forms. Look it up. CW Ledbetter. This is what you want to know what a monitoring spirit looks like. Nobody ain't showed us this yet. I ain't seen nobody. I had to do my research. I had to hop into it. This is what a monitoring spirit looks like. Look at that. Just take a look at that. Look at that. Look at that, goddammit. Look at that. Shit. Ain't that some shit? That's what your monitoring spirit looks like. Form and color. Look at that. Have y'all ever seen something like that? I'm not saying it to say like, oh, just the first time saying. I'm saying like literally, has anybody ever seen something of the form? Because I know some people can see people auras. I haven't got. I'm not an aura seer. I'm a filler. Hey, Trav, you bet your ass. Today, buddy, this is your last day worrying about any goddamn boogeyman, Trav. You're gonna have to take it within, buddy. All right? You're gonna fucking have to take it within, buddy. There's nobody coming to save you. All right, Trav? I'm not hearing that shit today, man. All right? You are responsible for creating them, Trav. You're gonna clean your shit up. You're gonna clean this shit up today. Clean your fucking inner room up, buddy. Let's do it. All right? No more excuses, Trav. It's the year of the hermit. Monitoring thought forms should be the name of these monitoring spirits that everybody's talking about. If y'all haven't hit that like button, that light button, fuck a like button. It's the light button, the enlightenment button. You hit the thumbs up, more people see it, and they receive some of this light that you have seen. You ain't got to do shit. All you got to do is hit that like button. Monitoring thought forms. Let's get to it. So C.W. Ledbetter has a book where he's dealing with a lot of clairvoyant psychics, right? And they went around for over a certain amount of time. So you can go get the book. C.W. Ledbetter, I think it's just called Thought Forms. Look it up on Amazon. You're gonna just type in C.W. Ledbetter or C.W. Ledbetter. I don't know if it's better or beater. It's spelled beater. And get the book. Go through it. Go through it if you just want to inform yourself, right? This is where I got this from. All right. So slide 25 over here. This is a watchful jealousy spirit. Because ain't that what everybody was talking about? When we went through all them tweets and everybody talking about monitoring spirits, they watching, they hating, they blocking, they trying to stop something they trying to stop you from advancing. Here it is. So if you even thinking that, you're bringing that into your aura field. Look at them spirits just sitting around, lingering around, just waggling, trying to make you impure. We see an interesting though unpleasant thought form. Its peculiar brownish green color at once indicates to the practiced clairvoyant that it is an expression of jealousy, and its curious shape shows the eagerness with which the man is watching its object. There's your monitoring spirit. There's your monitoring spirit. There, believe it or not, I just had to do my research and go find some shit that either disproves or support it. I'm finding a lot of shit that's supported, but it's not supported in the way that people are talking about that it's being supported. See, those people have created an enemy. You, my dear, you sitting here watching this, have created a fucking hero. Your goddamn self. Like, get your ass in there and clean your house up. In your house, I mean your mind. The remarkable resemblance to the snake with raised head aptly symbolizes the extraordinary factious attitude of the jealous person, keenly alert to discover signs of that which he least of all wishes to see. Here's your monitoring spirit. That's it right there. The moment that he does see it, check this out. The moment that he does see it, or imagines it, that he sees it, the form will change into a far commoner one shown in figure 26. Here we go. You see what happens? So after that monitoring spirit, or those thoughts of monitoring spirit end up happening and get angry and jealousy gets to going. Here we go. It's here. This is what it changes into. Whether jealousy is already mingled with anger, it may be noted that here the jealousy is merely a vague cloud, though enters enter what interproceed with very definite, my bad, very definite flashes of anger, ready to strike at those whom it fancies itself to be injured. Whereas in 25, there is no anger as of yet. The jealousy itself has perfectly definite, definite and very expressive outline. Look at the outline of this one versus this one. That's definitive right here. What's up, Cody D? Appreciate you for stepping in, standing on principle with us. We just dispelling this monitoring spirit shit. If you ever thought about monitoring spirits, don't worry. Go back to the beginning of this video. And that shit is a wrap for monitoring spirits at the end of this. By the time all y'all go to sleep, monitoring spirits will be a goddamn ant to you. It ain't shit. Look how definitive that is over there with a watchful. It has a clear, thought out intent. It's a very finite thought form. Look over here. This is not anger and jealousy mixed together. It's not. It's on a rampage. Don't know what the fuck to do. This is what that looks like being around you, having it around you. And what do we say about the thought forms? It doesn't need you to be thinking in the exact content of monitoring spirits. It only needs to be you only thing that you need to do is have a fear of being whatever the fuck the case it can be. Having a fear, having an uncertainty, having a doubt about yourself. That thought form finds you. Because why? It's trying to keep its life. It wants to survive just like fucking humans. But guess what? It don't matter. Because what else did they get pictures of? Thought forms from the higher planes. An impure thought. A thought of love, compassion, peace, prosperity, gratitude, and protection. So what is that saying? When you was young, what does that mean? When I'm gonna tell you what, my mama's still a Christian. What does that mean? When I was young and running the streets, mama prayed for me, boy. And he gonna tell me that shit ain't work. Because I understand thought forms now. See what I'm saying? I understand fucking thought forms. You niggas getting caught up and still trying to be mad about Jesus and this and this and that. I don't give a fuck if the nigga never existed. He didn't. But for those that believe in him, oh, he did. And that power works for them. That I know. That a real occultist can see. Not no egomaniac in his spiritual shit. You need some shadow work to do, buddy. Because it works. Now I'm not sitting here praying to goddamn Jesus, but that's something totally different. But I recognize the power of that because it's nothing but a thought form. You get what I'm saying? It's nothing but a thought form. Let's see what they say about the peace and protection. Few thought forms are more beautiful and expressive than this, which we see in Figure 12. This is the thought of love, peace, and protection and benediction sent forth by one who has the power and has earned the right to bless. It is not at all probable that in the mind of his creator there existed any thought of its beautiful wing-like shape, though it is possible that some unconscious reflection of faraway lessons of childhood about guardian angels who always over their hovered over their charges may have had its influence in determining this. So you see your mental impressions about what an angel is like with wings and shit. Even though you're not a Christian no more, when as soon as I say angel to your ass, you don't sit here and lie to me. You know what the first thing that pops up? Something with some wings on his back. You can't deny that. It's still there. This is what we're talking about with understanding mental impressions and thought forms. It's impressed deep into your unconscious mind. However, and the only way to get to, hey man, book consultation. However, that may be, the earnest wish undoubtedly clothes itself in the graceful and expressive outline. See how definitive it is? See the outline that it gives and the color that it gives? While the affection that prompted it gave it its lovely rose color. Listen, let's do that again. However, that may be, the earnest wish, the mental matter of it, undoubtedly clothed itself in its greatly expressive outline. Listen, then the emotion, while the affection that prompted it gave it its lovely rose color. In the intellect which guided it, shone forth the sunlight is the heart of the central support. So we're talking about the astral matter, the mental matter, and then the spirit aspect of it, and the mental matter. In the intellect which guided it shone forth like sunlight as it as its heart and central support. Thus, in sober truth, we may make veritable guardian angels to hover over and protect those whom we love. And many an unselfish earnest wish for good produces such a form as this, though all unknown to its creator. Are you hearing what they're saying about it being unknown to the creator? The creator of this thought form don't even know this is what's happening on the astral planes. Keep that in mind. Then we have 37 over here: sympathy and love, compassion, right? This is what my miss was just saying. Or gratitude, right? Sympathy and love for all. Here too. See, seeing forms in those. Okay. Here too, we have been dealing chiefly with forms which are the expression of emotion or of such thought as it is aroused within the mind by the external circumstances, right? Alora, peace, my girl. Alora, peace. Appreciate you being there to show up. Damn, God, damn, Lord. Appreciate you for showing up. Um, we have now to consider some of those caused by thoughts which arise from within, forms generated during meditation, each being of effect produced by a conscious effort on the part of the thinker to a certain conception, or to put himself in a certain attitude. If you put in yourself, you gotta put yourself in a. Y'all already get where we're going here. You put your. We got 17 viewers watching. Hopefully, we got 17 likes, at least 17 likes, y'all. You put yourself in this attitude the same way you put yourself in fear. You are doing this. No one else doing it to you. You can't say somebody made me do this. You're doing it. You're doing it. Even if somebody is making you doing it, you doing it. When on that level, like somebody said, "Hey, get your ass in there and go do that," and they got a gun to you. I mean, technically, you still got the choice to like say no and maybe get shot or not, but you're doing it. Naturally, such thoughts are definite. Hold on, where we at? For the man who trains himself in a way learns how to think with clearness, and wait, I missed. With clearness and precision. You got to be able to clear out that mental shit. We all have these impure fucking thoughts. Huh? And the development of his power in this direction shows itself in the beauty and the regulatory of the shapes produced. In the case we have the result of an endeavor on the part of the thinker to put himself into an attitude of sympathy and love towards all mankind. And thus we have a series of graceful gratitude, lines of the luminous green, a heart chakra, right? Of sympathy with the strong resonate glow of affection shining out between the figure. These lines are still sufficiently broad and wide apart to easily drawn. But in some of the higher examples of the thought forms of this type, the lines are so fine. So this is the best way that they could draw it. So don't this look like a shield to you? Don't this look like something sent out to protect? So guess what? Guess what? If you thinking, if you thinking like I'm thinking, how am I thinking? Hold up, hold up. One supposed to take you there. If you thinking how I'm thinking, if you have just a tad bit of strong visualization, the same way you thinking about these monitoring spirits to come hover over your ass and watching you, this would be, since somebody has given us the information and shown us what this is and what this is representing. This looks like a shield to me. This looks like a protector to me. I would be envisioning this around me as I'm moving through the world. This is how you defeat these motherfuckers. Or really yourself. When you go out and moving through public. I got a story to tell you because I can tell you. Got a story to tell you because I can tell you. I remember Bobby Hemmett brought that shit. And that's why I fought with Bobby. And it helped me build up my no way method of thinking. No obstacles will apprehend you. Everything that nigga talked about worked in his favor. Why do you think? That's what I supposed to have in this slide. I was bring a picture of Bobby Hemmett and his peach soda. How he healed himself. He made everything work in his favor. There's no way you walking around here talking about you God. And you talking about monitoring spirits stopping you from progressing. Imagine that white light around me. There's a PDF. Okay. Let me see, y'all. Because I know some people came in late. There's a PDF inside of the chat. Let me drop it again. For those who are just coming in, we have a PDF that you can take home today. It's free. Don't worry about it. It's free. You take it home today, and you hop your ass into, you download it, and you can apply something tonight. It's right there. I don't know if one of my moderators can pin the message or not, because it's not letting me pin it. I don't know how to pin it, but it don't matter. So if you're watching the video now on the replay, it's also in the description. I got a 6-step guide. It's a 6-step guide to take you on down through there and get that shit to going. God damn it, the Lord showed up. Appreciate you, Lord. Yeah. Okay, let's get to it. Because visualization is key. Working with the air. Shout out to Curve, man. We had a good conversation today. Curve has been having a lot of breakthrough. He in that season. Because you go through different stages of this shadow, these breakthroughs. You did. Let's get to it. How do these monitoring spirits find you? Then we've already talked about it. Okay, Cody, you got it. Oh damn, Cody wrote something. He said people do affect other people. The perfect example is a dog. Someone could raise it bad and it bites, or raise it good and it wags its tail. Facts. And we ain't nothing. And shit, humans, we ain't nothing but or degrading the other ones that's around us. Because we ain't nothing but walking repetitional thoughts and patterns. To keep it 100. Okay. How do these monitoring spirits find you? I got my sense of humor here. Hold up, y'all. How do these monitoring spirits find you? See, like over here? Yeah, stick it in your socket. If your aura or your thoughts resonates with a thought form's energy, the thought form will linger nearby and discharge itself when given an opportunity, reinforcing the vibration within the person, reinforcing the thought within a person. Listen, it will hang around you. These thought forms will hang around your ass. Sit there and wait. Soon as you get to thinking of, you just waiting for a motherfucker to fuck up. That's how them spirits are sitting around. Like, I'm just waiting for this nigga to fuck up. I'm just waiting for this girl to fuck up. I know, right, Trav? I got that. I gotta have that sense of humor in here. Because that's what it's sitting around, is waiting for you to open your legs, your mental legs. It's waiting for you to open up that mental pathway. And it's going to sock it, and it's going to stick it in your socket. It's going to stick it in your motherfucking socket. It's going to discharge. It's going to run it up in you. It's going to run that rod up in you, and it's going to discharge inside of you. Oh, okay, maybe I should stop getting so freaky with it. But these thought forms are going to, now that they have a vehicle and they move, they're going to discharge themselves. Just like sockets and plugs and sockets in the back of that neck. And you can reach the back of her neck. It's going to reach the back of your neck. I don't give a fuck what way you roll. Your ass run around here worrying about shit like that. It's waiting to discharge. Oh, this is why I couldn't upload. It wouldn't let me up. See, this is why I got to share my screen, because this is it would have made it like a movie. Yeah, I got to be considerate of that next time. Yeah, that the unfortunate penetration shit. Not the plug, bro. Yeah, bro. The plug, bro. Yeah, bro. You the socket, though. You the feminine principle in this aspect. Those thought forms are masculine. They're projectiles. The thought form waits until the mind is open to receive it. That's why it's very, very, my strongest protection is my thought forms. Don't get me wrong, like some little shit don't peek through, but that shit can't last in here. That shit gets that shit get munched up by the time it even make it over here, so it ain't gonna have no extended life form. Thought forms seem intelligent. They seem intelligent, but it just simply follows the path of least resistance. And its influence grows stronger through the repeated similar thoughts. These elementals seem to be of these artificial elementals seem to be of the higher intelligence. They just follow the path of the least resistance. And it gets stronger and stronger based off the repetitive thoughts and actions. Gotta feel her out. The scroll. Feel her out. How about the strange, awkward silence? That happens before. That's the worst. Yeah, facts. Yeah, damn. I get what you're saying, Cody. Like, they are empty inside. And wait, that weird ass awkward silence. Yeah. That's what we saying right here. What am I giving you here, y'all? At this point, I think everybody knows what I'm saying, right? It's your thoughts, man. Your thoughts is gonna stop them. Your repeated patterns of your thoughts. Are you focusing on love, compassion? Are you focusing on higher level of thoughts? I am Brahman. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. I am love. I am peace. Not only just trying to make yourself believe that, go over your past life experiences, or those beliefs about you and who you are. You can recognize them. Go low in some of those memories. You don't have to lie to yourself. Figure it out. Go inside of your mind. Go inside of your memories and remember those points where you were loved, where you were brave, where you were showing gratitude and giving gratitude. Go inside of there and find those and sit with those. Those are your best protections. Repeatedly think about those types of thoughts. How to stop them. If your personal aura is of a different matter than the thought form, it cannot affect the person at all. These thought forms, these monitoring spirits, they what? Yes, I got people who sit and watch my motherfucking Instagram. Some even make videos after watching my shit. Now I'm talking about copying. I'm talking about talking about me. So the fuck what? Like, that doesn't affect me. Some people just sit there and watch and never engage. Oh, I get it. It's fucking weird. Like, bro, say something, say hey or something, but at the end of the day, like that shit don't affect me to the point where okay, here's about monitoring spirits and monitoring spirits and monitoring spirits and monitoring spirits and monitoring spirits. You're reinforcing these thought forms. You're giving them the juice that they need. If the person's aura is of a different matter than that thought form, it cannot affect that person at all. It is returned to the sender. There's your original return to the sender, a heart of purity, a mind of purity. If the person is of an advanced spiritual level mentally, after this, y'all ass should be on the advanced page. Is advanced spiritual level, it will not affect him if he/she is of pure heart. Your pure heart is the best defense that you got. Yes, I gave you a 6-page step of something, and I even threw a little ritual in there that you could do for those that need it. But the best is of the pure of heart. You need to figure out who the fuck you are. What's your real deal values? How have you filtered your life through reality? Let's find the shit that you find near and dear to you. That's how you find your dharma. That's how you find your purpose. Just chasing money and chasing likes and chasing this and chasing that. That's not it. Let me see what Trav said. Filling up the cup. It's true. This is gold with big letters. So powerful, my nose. Thank you. Appreciate you, Zero. Appreciate you, bro. The first line is everything. That's it. Right, Trav. That's what I'm saying. It's really that. It's really just that. It's really just that, bro. That's what I'm trying to get to. Benjamin, yo, peace. Something for a heart of gold, a heart of David. Okay, Cody. Okay. Travis said, what candle do you need to use for protection? A pure heart and a clear mind. Do you hear that? What candle do you need to use for protection? A pure heart and a clear mind. See, y'all be, not even saying y'all in the chat, just in general, people be wanting this so thought out and so goddamn detailed plan or this and ritual and that spirit and this and that, bro. When it's simple, I promise to God, bro. The more you get into this to this spiritual shit and like you figure out is, bro, it's not, the truth is simple, y'all. That's what I'm figuring out going through all this 13 years now into this spiritual journey. It's simple. All that squiggity squaggity wiggity waggity, it's saying a lot of shit, but once you fuck around and figure it out, it can be just as simple as that first sentence. One goddamn sentence. The truth is always simple. Sometimes it's so simple that it's so abstract and it's hard to conceive or perceive. But it's simple. I'm telling you. Yeah, appreciate you, Cody. Yeah, appreciate you, Cody, for coming through, man. Hopefully you actually subscribe, man. Hopefully you subscribe. Hopefully you got that free download. I'm gonna drop that again in the chat. Let me drop that free download in the chat again, y'all. For those that just coming in, free download 6-step guide to get rid of monitoring spirits, aka monitoring thought forms. There we go again. I don't know. It won't let me pin it to the chat, but like I said, if you're rewatching this video, it's in the description. So that is the best protection from a thought, assault, or monitoring spirit or a feeling. Love and desire to protect prayers or thoughts they seek all opportunity to protect and defend from fear, impurity, and irritability. That's his only match. That's the only match. That's the only match. I'm trying to tell you. It ain't about all that other shit. You got to take authority. You got to take a real deal stance on pure heart. You got to take a real deal stance on love, gratitude. I know that shit sound weird. You couldn't have told me this over 13 years ago, them pictures I showed y'all at the beginning when I'm running with these bloods and running with guns. When it's fuck a nigga, take a nigga life. And deep down on the inside, bro, I never valued having to try to kill another black man. Deep down, I never felt that satisfaction. But it became a repetitive thought in my mind that I started to believe this. But something about me just wouldn't dwindle away. That's not who the fuck I am. I'm honestly just a loving person. I honestly just want to see everybody around me advancing. I honestly just want to have everybody around me feel understood, which can be sometimes it's impossible. And that's coming to the acceptance of this reality. You got to understand that's just not for everybody. And you can't do that for everybody. You have to do it for yourself. And you will attract like minded people like y'all in this chat. This is what we're doing. Y'all thought forms, I'm thought forms. We attract each other because we are a like substance. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate the fuck out of y'all. I appreciate the fuck out of y'all. Real shit. This slide feel this slide feel even like a tutorial for me to understand what and how is the rainbow body. Okay. Yes, sir, Zero. Cody said purple people eaters. Our crown chakras are open and they see it. Jealous, spiteful. You did. The beautiful way to be. Thank you, Asaja. Thank you, beautiful. We all couldn't do the 10 commandments, so Lord gave us one. The 11, love one another. And it's still too hard for people. Facts, though. Facts. It can get so hard because they have an inner problem going on. Let's get to it, y'all. What's the method? What's the method that we're going to be using? I say it every time we get on this live stream. Every time. It's not some ego filled shit about me talking about because I made my name. No way. You can make your name No Ray Zero. No way Cody D. No way Hasaja. No way Travis Majors. No way Don Tree. All right, I ain't even see. Yeah, Don Tree says simple and subtle. Why? No way Curve. No way AZW. You know what I'm saying? Because what does it mean? No obstacles will apprehend you. And then you put your name after that. You see what I'm saying? This is a mantra. I've been telling y'all, no, the no way method is a mantra. It's a method of living that I've learned, right? This is what I've learned. After I gave y'all all my stories, none of those obstacles were meant to be obstacles. They were all opportunities for me to come to self-realization. Every last one of them. Every shootout, every fight, every heartbreak in a relationship. Every time I didn't feel love and appreciated. Every time I was looking for love and appreciation and got denied and got hurt. It all brought me here. This is the life. You can't tell me, bro, like a nigga come from straight trying to kill other men and proving that as my manhood. That's what made me a real nigga. All the way down to being a person who, because at the beginning I was a person of love and compassion and gratitude. Look at me now, later, 30 some years later. I'm right back at it. Did I really have a choice? Do I really have free will in that? I don't know. Every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise for my spiritual advancement. I thought it was an obstacle. That's why Ganesh is behind me here, buddies. I told you my grandfather had the little elephants around his table the whole time. I didn't know. Just an elephant. Come to find out, I'll have a lot of energy of Lord Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. Remember, he's also the creator of obstacles. If your ass is not learning the lessons, we'll have more talks about Ganesh and why he's actually behind me, but that's really it right there. You know, that energy, king or lord of the elementals. Besides, it says no way, the no way pillars. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise for my spiritual advancement. I want you to say that. I want you to read that, screenshot that, and say that to yourself. Here's your affirmations, because it's not so deep in detail. No obstacles will apprehend you. Or you can say me. Prosperity over pain. Or no obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. I prosper over pain. No obstacles will apprehend me. I prosper over pain. Why? Because now, after I've zoomed out, instead of being so interpersonal and attached to my life, I zoomed out and I found out that every obstacle was actually an opportunity that was just in disguise that pushed forth my spiritual advancement. So now that I see life in that way, I'm already protected from monitoring spirit and these type of thoughts and this and that, because everything works in my favor. Everything works in my favor. That should be enough for some people of the advanced level. If not, we have that 6-step guide inside the chat. I'll drop that shit one more time. We got that 6-step guide for you. There we go. The 10-step guide for you. I honestly thought this was the last slide. What else I got, y'all? Thank you. Peace. I guess that is it. I really appreciate everybody for showing up. It's been a minute since we've been on here doing a Cult Live Sundays. I've been having a lot of breakthroughs. Um, Definitely reading in and tapping into this Vedic information. I've come to notice some of the things that either these occultists have either shunned away from and tried to make so abstract, not on purpose because the concept is abstract, but or maybe they couldn't conceive it because they want, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people's racial dharma is to conquer the manifest reality. So I've come into understanding of certain information, or certain I've had certain realizations of some new shit that I'm going to bring to y'all later on. I just know has been a hell of a topic for the spiritual community online dealing with monitoring spirits. You have a 6-step guide, and you got about a 3-hour, 4-hour goddamn video breaking down. So what did I say? I promise y'all, we're gonna tell you how to do it from the higher planes, how to halt them, how to stop them. And I was gonna give you something you could use today. I delivered on all of that. For those who do appreciate, like I appreciate y'all, if enough is enough for y'all just being here and showing up. But if you could, if you wanted to, hit that motherfucking like button, man. God damn, that's all the nigga asked for. Also I accept donations for anybody who want to send donation, or if you want to do a consultation as far as getting down this deletion and distortion aspect of how you figure out who the fuck you are on your purpose. Or whatever the case it may be. We can get a whole written out plan spiritually, because life is spiritual. I say life is spiritual. It is. Because you got to look at it. What is everybody looking for? Check this out. Peek this here. Everybody's looking for something in the world. Everybody's looking for fulfillment. Everybody's looking for love. Everybody's looking for safety. Everybody's looking for protection. Let's just use those 4 or 5. However many I said. Those are the same attributes that describe what people call God. Everybody's looking for God. Even the junkie. Freedom, liberation from this reality. Whatever drug, it don't matter. Everybody's looking for it in this reality. Everybody's looking for one goddamn thing. It's that unification with those attributes that we just named. The only way we missing it is by not understanding our real values. Because here's the thing, a lot of people like to value themselves, or I'm a high value man, or I'm a real man, or I'm a real woman, and I deserve, like, the value of you saying that typically is based off of 99.9% of it is based off some external thing that you're comparing yourself to. So you can't really get your self-worth. You can't measure your self-worth. It's unmeasurable. Just like God is immeasurable. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? Because if you're gonna say you're this type of person or this valuable type of person, typically where do we get that from? We have to look at somebody else's life and measure where we are. And that's where depression comes in. That's where low self-esteem comes in. Tap in with me. Consultations are $60 an hour. Over the goddamn shit I done been through and went through in this lifetime. If you see value in it, like I see value in it, that's why I took Travis Majors' class. I see value in it, that's why I shot with Brother Panic. I see if you see value in it, and people like us or people like you see value in you and your business or whatever you do, they come spend with you because they know that they're getting something in return. It don't matter if you do or you don't. I respect it. Y'all come in here and show love every time I step on this shit. That's good enough for me. But let's not be foolish here, goddamn it. I'm trying to make this shit here life. I still do regular shit that everybody else do. This is all I want to do in life. Have a my beautiful woman by my side who I love, and help and assist because y'all help and assist me as well. I had a conversation with y'all. Y'all assist me just as well as I assist y'all. But now it's time to start because this lines up with my purpose and where I'm going. All I care is being a genuine heart person in helping guiding the people around me that's trying to evolve. That's it. What the fuck else is life about, bro? Like real shit. Curve, shut the fuck up, Curve. What the fuck else is life about? Besides this type of love, bro. This is what we on. So tap in with me. The free link description is in the description. It's in the description, y'all. It's in the description. Hold up. Monitor spirit. Okay, boom. He said, I hope I don't come spontaneous combust. Hey, girl, I ain't fuck with you. Because I am, though. Yeah, I am, though. For real. Thank you, my nose. It's like, oh my God, yeah. We'll have more conversation on relationship type love in the future. We're gonna get to that point. We're gonna get to that point. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this, man. Hopefully it's been beneficial and not artificial to you. Even artificial can be beneficial to you. It just depends on how you look at it. I appreciate the fuck out of y'all for showing up. Hit that download that link in the description. DM. You won't, you know what I'm saying? I already got some DMs. I see some people that sent DMs for consultation. We'll chop it up in the DMs. And oh damn, y'all sending cash apps too. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. That's love, y'all. That's love. That's mad love. Um, but appreciate the hell out of y'all for showing up. And we finna get this. We finna. Hey, hold up. Let me let y'all know what we finna read. This is what we going into. We finna get into Young Yoga. Young Yoga. It's a reason I'm going into it. I know y'all still want some people. I just felt like that last book it just didn't have enough oomph in it. So I'm just dropping it totally completely, and we coming back with this. We're coming back tapping into Swami Vivekananda Jnana Yoga. Let me see. Let me make this here what it's supposed to be. Boom. Young Yoga. It is that mind yoga. That's what I'm talking about. AZW. Massage. I love you, woman. Shit. So we getting into this. We getting into this next. Peace, bro. Do you have some time after the call tonight or later on? Oh yeah, yeah, Trav. Let me tap in with you. I'll tap in with you. If you're gonna be up, I'll call you after the live, bro. I'll tap into you. So that's what we're going into. I might have a little surprise live popping up during the week. Just do like a little update where I've been at for like the past 4 weeks. I have disappeared on y'all. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, nigga. We need to have latent periods around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We need to have latent periods around this motherfucker slime. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have some latent periods. Because those latent periods are when those downloads come through. Those latent periods are when those downloads come through. So I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back before whatever he said. I don't wanna leave, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back tonight. Yeah, Cody. Hey, Cody. If you subscribe, man, I appreciate you for subscribing. Ben, you always come through. Appreciate you, Ben, for always showing up. AZW. Yeah, every now and what try to say, every now and then we gotta leave little homie on stuck. Hey, I heard you left little homie on stuck. I ain't leave. Look, put your hands down, nigga. Why you raising your hands while talking to me? I'm just saying, I ain't leave little homie on stuck. Little homie got to tripping. Little homie got to be left on stuck. So, oh yeah, Trav. Oh damn. Okay, Trav, do you have time tomorrow? I forget I got something to do. Something very important to do. Do you have time tomorrow, Trav? See, you a late night owl, so let me know. But I'm gonna hit your phone. I'm gonna text your phone, so I probably won't be able to call you tonight. Yeah, man, let me get the fuck over here, y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. As always, no obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over motherfucking pain. SO motherfucking peace. Stand on motherfucking principle. That's standard operating procedure. And we standing on our purpose. All this is standard operating procedure. Trav say tomorrow, cool. All right, that's a bet. So after this, ain't shit to do with no motherfucking monitor spirit stopping you. I appreciate y'all for this. I love y'all for always showing up for me, man. And appreciate y'all. And for those that hit me in the DMs, I get back with you tomorrow. Love, peace, gratitude is the motherfucking attitude. It is.